order and welcome into Tauranga, where we kick off round 5 of the Sky Broadband Rapid League, where speed meets skill in the most electrifying minutes of basketball in our modified version of the game. Unique to us here in Aotearoa. I'm Taylor Johnson. Joining me is Casey Frank for this one. Casey, we're into round 5 already of the Sky Broadband Rapid League. What do you think the teams are talking about and discussing?
Well, certainly you've got a Kāhu squad that is hoping to finally find the scoring ledger on the right side. Have not found a win yet in Rapid League or Tauihi, so they're certainly trying to lock into that one. The Whai have been playing reasonably good basketball, sitting in the middle of the table at a 2-3 record as we take it out, sitting there just behind the Southern Hoi-Ho. They want to get a win so they can climb this ladder, keep touch with the top of the table, where the Kāhu still just searching for that respectability.
I like that you use the word ledger when you saw Crystal Ledger Walker there, because if you've got a keen eye, you can see her. She is back for the BNZ Northern Kāhu, not in the starting lineup for the Rapid League, but no doubt we'll see her dip her toes in. This is the starting 5 for the visitors: Morton Jones, Schroeder, Anderson, Tina, and Tauihi. And I have to say, Schroeder is probably the most exciting talent I've seen in the Sky Broadband Rapid League.
She has played extremely well this season. I think Rogers down with the Poakai has been playing extremely well as well. Her sister, of course, is in the starting lineup here as we take a look at the starting lineup for the Whai. Lacandro, Rogers, Kirosome, Parahi, and Laura Kuka are on the court today. Certainly, though, when you speak about that Kāhu team, it is led by Emma Schroeder, setting a Rapid League record, scoring 21 points there. You see her at the bottom, the top scorers, Jade Kirosome and Emma Schroeder, leading the way for their respective teams. The scoring between these two twads, the Whai, one of the top scoring teams in the competition, sitting there just behind the league leaders, the Kāhu, the lowest scoring team. The defensive rebound percentage, this is a spot where the Kāhu could get in. They're a rebounding prowess. If they can get on the offensive glass, get those second chance opportunities, and then kick it out for three-pointers where they have slightly higher efficiency than their opponent, maybe the Kāhu can take this win on the road for the first time this season.
We did see the likes of Anderson and Morton Jones injected into the Tauihi game last week after playing some good minutes in the Rapid League. So this is why this league is so important, because it gets them nice and warm and ready to fire when it counts in that Tauihi game.
Yeah, it's a great way to get your body up to the speed that you need to get up to. And for those players who aren't playing a lot of minutes, you know, you could of course go all out when you're not touching the pine in Tauihi. But for the players who are playing a little bit more, it's a chance to set them up, you know, just sort of warm up into the game and get yourself ready for that next 40 minutes of play.
Lacandro and Tauihi set up, and it'll be first possession from the tip-off with the Kāhu in the sky blue today. Goodness, I'm loving the variation we're seeing in all of the uniforms throughout the league. Here is Schroeder with her first look in. Great handles, goes to the rim, and good defense though in return by the Whai.
Yeah, a nice start there, making a difficult shot.
Kirosome thought about it, went up for the fake, dished it off instead. Off-balance shot came through. The rebound is excellent from Lacandro, and that is what the Kāhu need to stop, because that's been the Achilles heel all season.
Yeah, certainly. Lacandro's got a great affinity for the glass, has that side of it advantage on Tauihi down low. D by Kuka.
That's all the experience coming for her, but it might be Lacandro that picks up that foul.
Yeah, she came over late to try and help and couldn't stay straight up, had that arm down at an angle, so the contact's what gets whistled. Really nice effort by Kuka to really come in with a lot of physicality and force Tini off the line. But then it's Lacandro late. Looked like it was clean, but a bit of arm. So Keely Tini is off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, where she rolls off the rim for the first attempt.
One with good height that will be relied upon at 180 centimeters tall. It leaves both. Gone begging.
Looking for that first win, you can't go begging on the free throws. It's the little things that add up, and when you're trying to break through, you just have to find a way to not mess up on any of those.
Kandro double team, she gets the ball away. That's excellent ball movement from the Whai, trying to find the space and who's unmarked.
That's Sophie Rogers taking a chase after that one, trying to get out of bounds, can't quite get to it. But the possession will now go back to the Kāhu once we get that ball out of the stands.
Schroeder, the 18-year-old from Westlake Girls, who's really given the keys to drive this team around and has done a superb job. Broke the Rapid League record for the most points scored and can't get that one to sink.
Nice offense, created some good space for Schroeder on the jump shot and opportunity on the chase down for the rebound, but couldn't quite get to it because the Phi doing a nice job of keeping physically locked in on as it bounced off the rim.
Jade Kitasomi, the captain, bringing the ball up the court, gets it to Lakandra, who's showing some range, bounces that one, just overcooked it slightly. Morton Jones, a safe pair of hands under the basket.
Kuka's harassing him defensively. It's too long, he sets up the handoff.
Schroeder takes the contact and then gets the basket to drop. Won't get any whistle though.
I love how she just picks up pace to go downhill as she turns the corner on that screen.
Kitasomi wants to return, can't do so, but does get her own rebound. In fact, it'll be jump ball and position with.
He's going to stay here with the Phi. And a couple of subs come in. Crystal Ledger-Walker checks things out for the first time this season. As does come in Ella Batish, the new pickup out of Australia, who is the de facto replacement.
Lakandra wants a second look at the triple, doesn't make a mistake on the second opportunity.
Well, how about that? 5 points for Lakandra, showing the range, doing it inside, and off to a great start.
Batish gets blocked underneath in the paint. So Lakandra feeling herself at the moment with the 5 points. Looking for options here. Kuka kicks it out to Lakandra, wants to go bang, bang, can't do so.
Really like the way Sophia Lakandra approaches the Rapid League. You know, she's here to stretch her skill set, really looks for that range with a bit more regularity. You know, trying to stretch out with her offensive capabilities as she's a young player, is developing her game, and just really in the early steps of her professional career, but great physical attributes, and she can get that offensive skill set to a higher level. Certainly bodes well for those next steps that she's looking for.
Just the 2 points at the moment for the Kāhu, and a great read getting into the passing lane, disrupting with the outside arm was Kuka, and gets it to Kitasomi to bring downhill.
Disruption's the key. The Kāhu really cannot handle the pressure of the Phi.
The zone couldn't shut down him in the corner, but again, the offensive board won by Kitasomi, no whistle.
Good job staying straight up defensively. Now the Kāhu got something going transition-wise. First time they've had a little pace in the offense.
Morton Jones hits a 3, so we're 5-all.
I like that, speed up the pace, start running, see if you can't get the defense confused. That's exactly what happened. Defense stuck in the key. Mary Morton Jones drains the triple.
Yeah, and who started the confusion was Crystal Ledger-Walker. Just getting down there quickly.
Just a little bit too active trying to get through that screen there. I thought actually it might have been an illegal screen called, but it's the foul and the action around it. The other way, stays here with the Phi. Looking for a towel now on Moffitt squad. Forgot they were on the clock. Hopping out now.
We're 5 points apiece, 22 seconds left, and the field goal percentage has been very low. We're looking at 22% for the Phi, and the Kāhu just jumped up to 40% now. 2 from 5 for the Kāhu, 2 from 9 for the Phi. They'll want to tidy that up for sure. They've had plenty of opportunities and looks, just not capitalizing. About 7 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Well, I thought that was good D by Morton Jones and Crystal Ledger-Walker coming together on that little double team there. Instead, the contact is fouled, called for a whistle. And is that the third personal foul, or is it shooting? Either way, it's the Phi off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. A chance to get the lead here for Broughton.
Broughton's sister was playing last time. Now she has got the nod. Twin sisters, both 15 years old at Mount Maunganui College.
The sister game in Tauranga is strong. The Rogers, the Broughtons, I mean, just bringing them up in pairs. You got that all-time workout partner, so it works out pretty well.
How quick was the transition there from Schroeder, just getting Knocking that ball down. Ledger Walker pushes that one too much. So 6-5 is the first quarter score here in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game. Casey Frank, your thoughts?
A little bit of back and forth there. Defense was certainly the story of the day. Neither team able to find that level of comfort. As the Whai shoot just 2 for 9 from the field. The Kāhu didn't miss as many shots, but less opportunity because they weren't crashing the offensive glass. Needed a little bit more energy. And if you need a little bit more energy, why don't you zoom in for one of those Sal's large cup pepperoni pizzas, $35 with that QR code right there. Or you can use the online code SLAMDUNK2025, valid until Thursday, the 30th of October. That's one day before Halloween. Nobody really cares here in New Zealand, but mistakes.
Oh, are you doing anything for Halloween? I was in New York City last Halloween. It was amazing.
That's a very different experience than the Halloween, so it certainly isn't. I'm sure you didn't get pizza as authentic as Sal's in your New York City time. If you want to look up what Halloween's all about, use just Sky Broadband Fiber. $55 a month for the first 12 months. What a deal that is. Visit skybroadband.co.nz or call 09-525-5555. Well, after that first quarter, I think both teams are looking for a little bit of offensive efficiency. Just haven't been able to get the defense manipulated enough. I'd like to see that ball go side to side. And both teams, I think, need to grab the rebound or a live ball turnover and try and get scoring that basketball before the defense is set in the half court. Both teams really struggling when those defenses are set and that back line is rotated over.
Kāhu have Asia Anderson back on and just not able to reel that one in from Tauihi. She got her hand to it, so that's unfortunate.
I like the feed by Crystal Ledger-Walker, though, trying to feed the young big. Vitalia Tauihi hasn't really found her flow in the Rapid League yet, but you got to feed the bigs down low to get them going, so I'd like to see a bit more of it.
High arcing shot was well short, but putting her foot out was Tauihi. Frustrating.
Yeah, and that's when you can just let go. I understand why you go for it, maybe initiate the fast break, but you have to make sure you're securing possession first.
So it's a refund here for the Tauranga Whai, and they're going to go and take another trip to the line for Sophie Rogers.
Solid set on the baseline out of bounds. A little screen that gets Rogers going downhill towards the basket. Takes a bit of contact from Asia Anderson and Morton Jones. And off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Try and stretch this lead out to a couple more points. Nothing but twine on the first one.
Another youngster. I mean, there's so many teenagers in this. Crystal Ledger-Walker will be feeling like a Kaumātua out there.
I mean, there is a little bit of that. And certainly she takes on that role well, a fantastic teacher of the game. But that is the beauty of the Rapid League, the mix of the youth and the experience. A real chance for the young players to get that on-the-job training that's so difficult to obtain normally.
Ledger-Walker showing us all her tricks. Tried to dish that off to Anderson. Disrupted the flow, but it will still be an inbound for the fight.
Crystal Ledger-Walker is such a big pickup for this Kāhu squad, not just in the Rapid League, of course, but for Tauihi, they've really been looking for players to fill up those backup minutes, to give those starters just a little bit of a breath, and to have her better in leadership. Her defense, especially as we see an illegal screen by Laura Kuka of Whai, taking out Morton Jones. Hits the floor once again and has to call for another wipe because she is leaving it all out there on the court.
Yeah, not the first time Morton Jones hits the deck in this game. Obviously, she's got a whole lot of experience as well. Tall Fern played 12 games, I think. 12 games for the Tall Ferns. Schroeder. Looking for the options here to Tauihi. No one in the paint or cutting across. Now Tauihi finds her way there. The bounce pass to Batish. Now to Tauihi. It opened up for her if she just looked to the basket earlier. Not on the outside, so another lost position there for the Kāhu. And Kitasome wants to go quick. Lacandro back on court, and she'll take a trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe as well, just being more aggressive, the Whai team.
I really like what Lacandro's doing, though. She's forcing the defense to come out and guard her on the three-point line because she's aggressive from the three, and this time she gets that short closeout, puts the ball on the deck to the left, drives hard, takes the contact off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to try and continue her fast start offensively, and she does so on the first. 6 points for her now, go along with 3 rebounds. Really carrying the load for the Whai here in the first half.
You can really see her 190-centimeter body just towering over everyone on the court right now.
And that kind of size in Rapid League is such an advantage. Mostly a lot of guards and smaller forwards out there.
Anderson banks the triple.
There's the equalizer though. Dropping the jimmy from deep. Kāhu staying tight.
Kirasumi ordering her team around. Lacandro a deep two. Can't get the roll from the basket to go in.
Kāhu are concerned about her putting the ball on the floor, giving up that mid-range. She's going to keep taking it.
Schroeder, her triple is good. And just like that, the Kāhu take the lead. Excellent
awareness by the young point guard. She sees the defense goes underneath, so she just lines up that three-pointer. Really well read and right decision made.
Kirasumi with the floater, and it drops.
Here comes the offense. It was just a little late off State Highway 1. And it's finally kicked up just towards the end of the second quarter. Both teams feeling comfortable now. Nice penetration and a soft touch on display as well.
Schroeder to Anderson. Looking for that next triple. Lacandro.
That's a block.
Yeah.
Kendra does well to try and go out and take that charge, but that last shuffle to the left as Asia Anderson changed her platform, went diagonally to avoid the contact. You have to stay solid as a defender if you want to get that charge, and too much late foot movement. The right call there. Ball to the Kāhu here on the baseline, I believe, as soon as we get the wetness issue mopped up, literally and figuratively.
So the BNZ Northern Kāhu searching for their first win in the Rapid League. They still need to walk up on. Anderson reaches high to collect that ball. Zone D here from the Whai. Schroeder bounces off, and it will be the Kāhu ball. They get to inbound, 14 seconds left.
Atish there, her activity keeps possession. She doesn't get any statistical love for that, but she does keep the ball for the Kāhu and another chance to take the lead.
We talk about Lacandro's height. I mean, Batisha's 189 centimeters as well. Much needed height in this Kāhu team. Ledger Walker gets that pass to Tini. Tini tries to take on the Whai player and will take a trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe and have an opportunity to add 2 points and take the lead.
Second time she's gotten to the free throw line today. She's doing a nice job of searching out that physicality and playing through it. Down low, uses the up fake, nice step through there. Gets fouled on the arm, so off to the charity stripe, and she hits the first, ties things up. And the Kāhu on the cusp of their first lead of the afternoon.
And makes them count. So 1 minute left in the first half. Kirasumi gets past Tini to bring their ball down. Now Lacandro. There's Broughton. Broughton finds an open lane but kicks it out to the left corner. Money!
Nice offense there, really well executed. The spacing was solid as well. The deep penetration, drawing defenders in, and then just the kick out to the corner three.
Lacandro, just those long-ranging arms disrupting the offense from the Kāhu.
Schroeder needs to come to a jump stop there, just a little out of control, and gets the turnover because of it.
Crystal Ledger Walker just not letting Kirasumi get any space away from her. Lacandro tries to set that screen, gets it back. Good defense from Ledger Walker, just hustling hard. Lacandro can't collect the ball. Anderson is going to pick up the foul.
Yeah, Asia Anderson, such a physically strong player. And I don't think it was much in the foul there. It's just that she's got a better base there, so Lacandro goes down. And sometimes when it looks awkward, it's going to be a whistle. I think Anderson in pretty good position there defensively.
Lacandro
Yeah, that score will come back right now in a second. That point needs to go to the Phi. Should be
So the score
17.
is 17-13 to the Phi. We've got a BNZ player timeout here too, which means the teams have an opportunity to discuss what they want to do for the next play. You only get one per half, and while we're talking about that, make sure you scan that QR code because we are giving out tickets, or BNZ is giving tickets to any game across the Motu. What's your favorite venue?
My favorite venue in Tauihi, I think I'm going to go with this one, the QEYC. I think it's the most intimate. It's got a great location, not too far from the beach. I was able to watch the Phi, or recall the Phi winning their first inaugural championship a year ago. Yeah, but they're all good ones. Can't go wrong. There's not a bad seat in the house across the competition.
Well, they did call for a BNZ player timeout. They're just trying to decide how long the Phi have.
1 second. Ryan Jones says 1 second. He's not saying shush. Well, he's probably saying a little bit of that too.
Well, if you missed the QR code, again, scan that one. And like Casey Frank has said throughout Tauihi, we're looking for all kind of groups who just want to come along and support women's basketball.
Got to sign up quickly. We're a third of the way through the season. So time is running out. Secure your tickets today.
Kennesaw gets it to Rogers for the deep three. It is away to the right. And so the halftime score is 17-13.
That was corrected. So the Phi have done a nice job of staying in front, but the Kāhu have pulled their opponent back to them after the slow start. They started to force a few more turnovers. Get possession a little bit more often on the glass. And a little bit of range from deep locked in. 3 out of 5 from beyond the arc. That's why they're so close. Emma Schroeder, 5 points leading the way for the Kāhu, but Lacandra got off early. The 7 first quarter points, 9 at the halftime break. The rebounds between the two teams, an 11-6 advantage to the Phi. That's why we got so many second chance opportunities. Tauihi and Lacandra really doing the damage there. 2 assists for Sophie Rogers, Crystal Ledger-Water, and Emma Schroeder, 1 apiece. The lone block in the game, but I could have sworn there was a couple others. And then 3 steals, all for the Phi. Lacandra, Kuka, and Broden, all showing up there.
You are the Northern Kāhu. What are you saying in your team talk?
We're right where we need to be. You know, we haven't played great offensively, but we're only down a couple of buckets. If we're able to string stops together once or twice, just make them work a little harder. We don't want to send them back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. We need to shut down that penetration, but still get guard out in the perimeter. You know, you have to be able to do both, and for the most part, we've done a good job. So let's finish the job in the second half just by being a bit more efficient offensively. Conversely, the Phi, you know, I think they're going to be looking at it as some missed opportunities. We had a chance to get a big lead here, and we never really got that done. So if we can limit our mistakes and put the foot down. You know, we've been to the line 8 times, we've hit 7 of them, but we're just 2 of 6 from inside the arc. So we need to find a little bit more efficiency, maybe the extra pass, to make sure that the high quality shot has a better chance of going in. Last jump ball, I believe, went to the Phi, so this should be Kāhu ball here. It looks like I was incorrect because the Phi are going to come get it.
All you have to do is wait like 3 more seconds, Casey Frank.
Yeah, it's more fun to guess.
It'll be Kuka with all her experience.
Sonny and Ryan having a discussion. All done now, so back to the action.
So the Phi with that 4-point lead at the moment. Their shooting percentage has not been great in this game. They want to tidy it up. They're sitting at 28% as Rogers goes into the paint, has Schroeder on it. Wearing like a backpack at the moment, so she will go and have an opportunity.
Just a really determined drive there refused to sort of take no for an answer. Put her head down and just push through. A lot of contact, but that did not deter her efforts. And back to the line where she's got her eye in. 0 for 3 from deep, but 3 for 3 from the free throw stripe now.
This is part of that gold medal Tauranga under 20 team. Was in the All-Star 5 as well. Scored 26 points in the final. Ledger Walker gets that stolen away, tipped away by the Whai. Look at them going in transition so quick to the basket. Kuka adding the double.
I think that kind of explosive offense key for both teams. If you can get a look at the bucket before that defense is set, much higher percentages here.
Anderson has to reach for that one, has Kirasome on her. Trying to show off her defensive skill, but Asia Anderson just too strong over the top.
Yeah, you can't just leave her to just bounce her way into the post against a smaller player. Some help has to come. It doesn't come. She shows off the nice touch in the mid-range.
That height of Batish. Wow, look at that. Not only did she stop Lakandra from going for that three, she also stole it when she dribbled closer too. And finished by Crystal Ledger Walker. What a set from the Kāhu.
She is now back, showing the range, the catch, the shoot, the switch. Lakandra tries to answer.
Couldn't get the response that they wanted. Back down to a three-point game.
Much better pace for the Kāhu. Look at the opportunities it's creating.
Anderson to Schroeder for a triple. Lakandra with an easy defensive rebound. The defense wasn't really set there. The Tauranga Whai could have gone quickly and disrupted. The step back from Lakandra rolls in. That was tough.
Well, I mean, a little quizzical with the move. Wasn't quite sure what she was doing, but sort of went for the off-balance, Dirk-esque one-footer from about 14. A difficult shot. She gets the roll on.
Ledger Walker goes to the left and then lets that one fly. That was a quick catch and shoot from her. Schroeder bats it back to Anderson, who just drives hard. That's what they need.
Oh, beautiful offense there, really. Athletic move by Anderson. Looked for the contact, received it, still able to finish with the left.
Kirasome under pressure. She'll take 2 shots at the line.
And you mentioned it a few possessions ago, Taylor, but attacking before the defense is set, I think that speed for the Whai in transition, I think, really is a weapon that's been underutilized up to this point in the game. But you see when Kirasome puts a little bit of pressure on the rim before that defense is set, able to get herself back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. And a chance to extend this lead to 5 with 2 makes.
Gets the first one. They're currently 10 from 11 from the free throw line. They're making their shots when they're getting the opportunities. And they've had plenty more opportunities here too. A lot more looks as well.
They've done a great job on the freebies today. You love to see that, over 90% on the day. Kāhu need a little bit more aggressive than just 4 trips to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for them so far. Relying on the jumper for the most part.
Ledger Walker, how skillful is she? Just getting around, make it look too easy.
Stop it. It just on a little drive does the Steve Nash around and a beautiful soft touch on the jumper.
So Broughton that was.
The second chance opportunity is a real issue. Kāhu, I think, fortunate to keep possession on that one. A lot of pink jerseys under the rim on those misses. Gaining those second chance opportunities and really tuckering out this defensive effort of the Kāhu.
Yeah, seven chance points for the Whai at the moment, 2-4 for the Kāhu. Schroeder, we haven't really seen her find her rhythm as of yet in this game. It's been quite stop-start for both teams as Morton Jones adds herself to the triple party.
She says, step back, I tray you. The defense doesn't step up, pays the price.
All tied up again, but it was short-lived because the Whai answer straight back through Borden.
What an attack right on the rim, looking for that contact. Good some of it. An unfortunate travel there on Morton Jones, just a little bit too speedy. Wanted to get back to a tie ball game instead. The Whai here with 2 possessions likely left in this quarter. Chance to make it a 2-possession game.
Well, the Kāhu can smell that they're close to their first victory as Schroeder gets a fingertip to it, bursts down the court herself, gets around Leandro. Oh my goodness, she's so special.
That's just a great attack against the big in transition. Good defense up the court as well. Difficult shot. Schroeder, a natural lefty though, is such an advantage attacking. Look at her in transition, puts on the pace and just gets Leandro turned around. That's a nice job of forcing her off her platform and a pretty finish off the glass. Kāhu right in this game on the cusp of their first victory. Can they close it? Whai have a chance to respond here.
13 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. Kirasome does well to get around, but is off with the shot. Leandro picks that one out.
Oh, I think that's a foul.
Yeah.
I think that's a foul into Olave. A bit unlucky there. Didn't seem like she was in bad position, but it's going to be ball on the baseline to the Whai. Oh, sorry, third personal foul of the quarter, so we're going to be shooting from the Chemist Warehouse stripe instead. A very unfortunate foul for the Kāhu indeed.
Well, 5 seconds left to play too. So 2 freeways, as you call them, for Leandro.
She is now 12 points, leading scorer in the ball game, has 4 rebounds to go with it, a steal as well, and has done it all with just the 1 foul so far. Great to see from some of the bigger players out there. Makes
no mistake with those opportunities. And I really like that she's playing for the Whai, because look at who she's learning from. When you've got the likes of Hank, Schneider, Minimi Shearer, using all that height. Excellent.
Oh, nice little push there by Asia Anderson. Can't get the kiss to take the lead, but we have ourselves a ball game here. 2 points the difference heading into the fourth quarter. The Northern Group Tauranga Whai leading the BNZ Northern Kāhu 29-27. Taking a look at the stats, the efficiency much better for the Kāhu as this game is going along. They're now shooting 50% from the field. The Whai just 21% overall, but their efficiency from the Chemist Warehouse stripe has been divine. 13 for 14 at 92%. Just 4 trips for the Kāhu, and they're shooting just 50. Those missed opportunities, that's the difference in the game right there. 14-9, the rebound advantage going to the home team. And all of that adds up to a Whai lead of 2 points right now.
I mean, that 3-point percentage is great though for the Kāhu, 5 from 9, whereas the Whai are 2 from 10.
Anytime you're up over 50%, you gotta feel really good about yourself. And the Kāhu actually shooting 50% from inside the arc and 50% from outside the arc. Both of them. 5 from 10 from inside, 5 from 10 from deep. And it just tells you if they could get a few more possessions, find an offensive rebound here or there. The offense has been solid. But the extra possessions that the Whai have been able to create, that's really the big difference. They've only got 1 more shot than the Kāhu, but it is those 10 extra free throws that certainly put them ahead right now.
So close to potentially getting their first win of the season. Tini, what a statement straight out of the quarter.
It's been a much more aggressive Kāhu team offensively. I think the injection of Crystal Legend Walker has brought some confidence to the squad. Love to see Tini shooting the ball like that from deep, and now a lead for the Kāhu.
Can they hold on to it is the question. It's a quick shoot and release. Excellent work from the Whai.
Gets the ball out of the corner there. I love the offense. Stretches things out as Tauihi gets that jump shot.
Oh, Tauihi barely caught the ball before she let that one go. Excellent.
Quick release, most definitely.
Kuka can't stop Asia Anderson in the paint. 1 point lead to the Whai. This is coming right down to it here in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Borton weaves her way through. Batish knocks it away, but picked up by Tauihi. Kirasome shoots and fires.
Possession controlled there though. The Kāhu doing a better job on the defensive glass here down the stretch. Finding to find a way to get back those second chance opportunities that were coming so fruitfully early.
I love watching this battle between Kirasome and Ledger Walker. Great box out by Kirasome to stop Ledger Walker getting her own low board. The defense sets much better now. Obviously, the coaches identified that. Nicandro will go up to the Chemist Warehouse line for an attempt to extend this lead.
Nice little setup there by Kirasome. Dribbling down really quickly, forcing the defense to adjust, and then stepping out just for that little handoff to Nicandro. She may be the tallest player in the court, but she moves with some swiftness, and that caught the defense a little flat-footed. Gets to the cup, back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe where she has been so dangerous today. 14 points now for Nicandro, looking for 15 on the make here. And a lot of damage from the stripe. She's now 8 for 8, yet to miss on the day.
Well, the fact that Kāhu have only had 2 trips to the free throw line says a lot about the aggressiveness on their attack. Also the defense of the Whai too, disrupting it before they get into those opportunities. Anderson was free, the deep 2, that's good from her.
Well, she's been showing the entire bag offensively. She's now up to double figures with 11. Doing it from deep, the mid-range, the drive, she's got it all in the bag.
Nicandro, outside the perimeter, decides to go for it herself, almost gets there, it's not back.
Well, how about that effort on the offensive glass, though? It doesn't go amount to possession, but Sophie Rogers nearly forced that in. I actually thought that was off the Kāhu.
Yeah, I think she did too, while she left. Yeah. Well, Parehi just left it because she was certain it was their ball. Thornton on Schroeder, Batish. Morton Jones tries to get around, dishes it back. The pick and pop from Batish doesn't work out. But Morton Jones.
Just snuck that one right out of the cookie jar.
A little bit too casual there from the Whai, and yeah, that's a foul from Borton on Tini.
Well, the Kāhu have just gotten stronger as this game has gone along. Nice to see them picking up a little confidence the deeper this game gets. And there's a nice entry pass by Morton Jones, and Tini goes strong to the cup. And that is a lot of contact. Broughton.
Anderson goes all the way back to Ledger Walker, almost on the half.
This is who you want the ball in the hands of with the clock running down.
Well, she tried to dish it to her teammates. Oh, Morton Jones almost picks the pocket again, but will be called for a foul.
Yeah, she's arguing that was clean, I got ball, but it sounded like a bit of arm as well. And the Whai now with 1:10 left.
You heard that, did you?
You can hear a little bit of slap. You couldn't hear it? We've got great effects mics here. Picks it all up.
Kuka with the long pass down to Nicandro. Still all tied up. Just over a minute left to play here. The QIC. Kirasome. She's their point guard. What can she do? Well, she can't find a way through Batish.
Well, that's the 3rd foul on the Kāhu again. Back in the bonus are the Whai. They have lived at the Chemist Warehouse stripe, and they get a chance to live there again. It's just been very difficult for the Kāhu to defend without getting that whistle blown up to this point in the game. It has been a parade to the free throw line. Attempt number 17 there for the Whai, of which they have now made 16.
What do you think? Is it the aggressiveness of the Kāhu and the worthy fouls, or is it that the Whai are doing really well with all those whistles?
You know, it's always a bit of both. You know, you have to have that mindset to drive and get to the cup to get a whistle. You don't really reward jump shooters, but also defensively, as we see a travel call in Tini. I thought that was pretty solid, but defensively, if you're a little bit more sound fundamentally, you're not going to send your opponent to the line 17 times in less than 15 minutes.
Could be a costly error there for the Kāhu. Ledger Walker applying pressure. Want to look for that stop. Both teams of the BNZ play a timeout up their sleeves. Want to try and soak up most of this possession, you would think. Morton Jones gives up a foul too, so that'll be some shots.
Yeah, fouls, unfortunately, by the Kāhu are becoming the storyline of this one. Just a little bit too active. That's their 12th personal foul now. And it is The fourth of the quarter. Back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe go the Whai. With a chance to make this a 2-possession ball game with just 26 seconds left. And that chance goes wanting.
Now it's a 3-point game, so the Kāhu have to score at least twice and come up with a miracle 4-point play outside the perimeter. Ledger Walker gets it to Batish, quick fire, and it's accurate.
Good quick offense. Let's see if the Whai take a timeout or just go with it. Looks like they're sticking with the live ball.
Well, they've got time on their side. And they call the timeout. Interesting. I think I would have, well, if I was in their position, maybe just drawn out as much as I could.
Yeah, I think it could have gone either way, but what I like is that they decided to call the timeout, but waited until the shot clock got under 14 seconds, so now they can take the last possession. Then we take another look at the huge Batish three. What a difference that hitting that one makes. And with the player timeout, a chance for you to scan that QR code, get your ticket to the big game. All eyes on the screen now to see if the Whai have another answer in them to take this victory here in the last possession. I got a feeling it's going to go to overtime though.
Get us on it. Well, they just need to draw a foul and they'll get a trip to the line. They need to be aggressive here on their offense, and Kirisomi is taking her time here. 4 seconds left. You really want to try and draw some kind of whistle. Nothing really happening here. And I would say that was a big waste of the play, Casey Frank. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's always unfortunate when you don't just get it going.
Absolutely no shot put up. No one driving to the rim, so we will have OT in Sky Broadband Rapid League. So another minute up on the clock, no stop in between. This is rapid. We want to go quick.
Yeah, right away. There's we're not back to benches. A great job by the officials because it's different rules than in Tauihi, and it's down to 1 minute, right back into it. Let's see Whai getting off to a quick start.
Oh, way too quick and too easy for Kirisomi. Was in the right place, right time. Now they need to work on getting those stops.
What's the answer? Kāhu haven't had a chance to regroup here.
Well, they're going to go to Crystal Ledger Walker. She'll go shoot 2 from the line.
How about Kirisomi? Great defense. It gets the offense going. Really got the Whai off to the right start, and then thought she had the defensive play there, but just a little bit too much contact. Crystal Ledger Walker is now at the line. And you see some of her teammates questioning the contact as well, but that matters not. What matters if she makes this one. She does. Rattling it home. Welcome back to the league, Crystal Ledger Walker. We've missed you. The Kāhu in particular.
Well, she leads the Kāhu all time in appearances, assists, and steals, and they're going to need a lot of that in this game. And the Tauihi match, hiding out there in the corner was Borton. Money ball. Nice call from Borton.
Well delivered by Kirisomi, really forcing the defense to adjust. Illegal screen there on Batish now. Kirisomi is pumped. She is having a great time. She's doing it on both ends. She gets the assist on the far end after she draws Morton Jones. Look at this drive. Morton Jones tries to take the charge, hits the deck. That leaves the shooter wide open. Splash goes Broughton.
Here she goes again. 24 seconds left. There's about 2-3 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock here in the first OT period.
Kāhu gonna get another chance. Have to get the stop.
Lacandro has Batish there. Shot clock running down there, down to 2. Need to let it fly. Oh, it's an air ball to Asia Anderson, but they need to let this one go.
Well, they called the timeout. I think they're gonna have about 1.5 left. They do get new timeouts in overtime. So the player timeout is coming. They're going to talk about how much time is left. I think about 1.6 personally.
We'll find out shortly.
Good heads-up play by Asia Anderson, though, because if you're not aware that those timeouts reset, you're not going to call it. You're not going to get a shot off in that possession. It's very key here what the clock gets reset to. Let's see. Let's see what it is. Not sure. Staying at 0.6. Okay, this is going to be tough for the Kāhu, though.
So it is at point 6.
And that's sort of what Ryan Jones is talking to the Whai coaching staff about. Here's the reset. Yeah, so I think it is going to come to a reset.
I was quite surprised that they were leaving it at point 6.
Yeah. And that's what Coach Justine Reed is saying. He's like, give us another half second here. Well, let's see. Miracles can happen.
Shot is deep from Batish. Oh, she almost had that. That would have been something. But in the end, it is the Tauranga Whai, 42-39. It was a game that started off slow, but ended up in a thriller. And you have to say the game was won and lost at the free throw line. 18 points the Whai were able to collect from the line in comparison to the Kāhu's 4.
Oh, nice job by the Whai. Stayed tough. The offense started slow, but it finished strong. And this is the difference, the triple out of the quarter. Cherise Brutton, her second or her 6th point of the ball game on that one. But it was the closer. Batish tried to answer, but she did not get the answers to the test in time.
Let's take a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. Nicandro leading with 15. Big points for her. Anderson with 11. Ledger Walker with 7. Kitasome 8 as well, but pretty even distributed scoring there, but for Nicandro and Anderson leading the way for their teams.
I love Nicandro on the glass, and that was really where this Whai squad made a difference, out-rebounding their opponent 15-13. Late, the Kāhu came back, but it wasn't enough. 3 assists for Schroeder, 2 for Ledger Walker, Kitasome, and Rogers. This one was cute. Just the 2 blocks in the game. Crystal Ledger Walker, get up. And there you see the steals, 2 by Nicandro. She's touching every bit of the stat sheet today. And what a performance by this Whai squad. Unfortunate for the Kāhu, still yet to taste victory in the season.
Well, that could all change in 13 minutes time when we come back for the big game. The GJ Gardner home at Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa League. The Tauranga Whai, top of the table, will host the Northern Kāhu in a David and Goliath battle. Can the Kāhu get the win and shock everyone, or the Whai keep their steam train rolling ahead at the top of the table? Find out shortly. We'll see you soon.
the Northern Kāhu. Whai fans, we are defending our title as the Tauihi champions. This is our home court. And we're looking to solidify our spot in the top of the ladder. So, I'm going to need you to be loud and rowdy to support your team, the Northern Group, Tauranga Whai. We go to the visiting team. Kāhu, number 20, it is Alan Fish. Number 10, Tauihi Basketball Number 12, it is Mary Jones. Number 14, BBNZ. Number 27,
Tēnā koutou katoa, welcome in everyone. We're kicking off round 5 of Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa, and it's inclusive round where we celebrate the vibrant diversity of our basketball whānau. From first-time fans to seasoned battlers, from all walks of life and every ability, this game belongs to everyone. And tonight, the Whai come in sitting top of the table, showing consistency and class across the season, but they face a Kāhu side still searching for their first win. Hungry, determined, and ready to flip the script. Expect passion, pride, and plenty of heart, because in Tauihi, every voice counts and every moment matters. Casey Frank, you are joining us for this one. What are you expecting from this game? It's a David versus Goliath battle.
It certainly is. Two teams going in different directions, meeting up yet again. The second time this season, the first time the Whai really imposed their will physically on a Kāhu squad. But this Kāhu squad, they have reloaded and revamped. Can a couple of changes be the key to them finding the victory lane?
Tell us a bit more about Inclusion Round.
Inclusion Round is just a fantastic initiative by the Basketball New Zealand and the men's and women's leagues. And of course, just an opportunity to just let everyone know that basketball is a game for everyone. It doesn't matter your skill level, it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter what you're dealing with in your life. You can find some respite in between those lines on the court. A really great opportunity for mixed skill games where the thing about the basketball court is even if you're better than somebody else, you can play with them. It's a place where we can really all come together, commit to the game, and learn a little bit something about maybe being better human beings.
I'm sold. Where do I join the next social league?
Lots of social leagues. There are social leagues all over the place.
It's never social when Casey Frank is playing, that's for sure.
It's very social. I mean, there's a lot of chin wag.
And elbows flying. Let's take a look at the ladder for this competition. As I mentioned beforehand, the Whai are top of the table and they are on a 4-game winning streak. They lost their first game, but from there they have been exceptional.
They certainly have. Lost that opening game to the Queens, but it has been 4 on the trot since then. And of course, the Kāhu have not been able to get right, have lost to this Whai squad, as well as everybody else up at this point. Not where the Kāhu are used to being, 0-5, but they brought in some familiar faces from the past and some not so familiar faces, and they're hoping that might be enough to get them going.
Well, we did the Kāhu game on the weekend and they found a way to lose that one because they actually had a commanding lead at one stage. They were up by 19 points. And then somehow the Hoiho came back in that last quarter. And
it happened against the Queens as well. Had the lead late, but lost that one. So, playing better basketball, but needing to learn how to close. And closing will be on tap this week as we look at the schedule for the rest of the week. A game tomorrow, Friday, down in Christchurch. Should travel issues not really hamper the Queens, who are still trying to get down there. Sunday is the next break where the Queens will be back on their home soil against the Southern Hoiho, meeting them in Porirua for the first time this season. And of course, the action starts next Friday for round 6 when the Whai host their South Island neighbors, mainland Molokai.
And the Whai will host the Queens again. Big 8 days coming up for the Queens. 3 games.
That's a lot of basketball in a week's of time, and the travel back and forth, not easy. Even more harder because the travel was disrupted today. Most of the team unable to get on the plane. We'll find out more about that tomorrow as we take a look at the Good Health poll. 100% of people are for the Whai.
I was going to say, you talk about that not being easy. It's not easy being a Kāhu fan and looking at that poll. So if you are a Kāhu fan, if you are watching up here from Tamaki Makaurau or Te Tai Tokerau, make sure you scan that QR code and have your say. Do you back your team to get their first win of the season, or are the Whai going to steam ahead?
Unfortunately, numbers don't lie. The survey says no one does at this point. There's no backing for the Kāhu, but I feel like this is going to be an improved performance from what we saw last time they faced this Whai squad.
Let's take a look at that starting 5 for the BNZ Northern Kāhu as we see some of them warming up. Matharu there on screen, and well, she gets a start in the starting 5. Mutual agreement with Jasmine Roberts to let her go. So Matharu is inserted into that starting 5 with Tupaya, Mansfield, Rynell and Curtin. Rynell and Curtin are going to be really integral in this game considering that height mismatch.
Yeah, and the new size of Batish that has just joined the squad. She's adds to the repertoire up front. The key is going to be their play. And of course, we spoke to Haley Rynell a short time ago. Let's get her thoughts on today's game as she catches up with Byron Vaitoe.
Haley, it's not really the start that you guys wanted for the season, but you guys are, coming to tonight, very desperate team to play. Maybe some new adjustments, some new signing. What's the game plan for you guys tonight?
Yep, we're keeping some of our basic principles that we started season with, but we do have some new additions to the team that should definitely help us out. I'm looking forward to playing with our new players and just showing what we got. We definitely owe these guys one, so super excited to play.
Yeah. They also have their front court with Hank and Schneider playing really well, with Hank leading and scoring. I know you're going to be matched up with them a lot of times tonight. What's the game plan for that moving forward?
Yep, I think that we learned a lot playing them last time and kind of how they work as a dynamic. So looking forward to showing them how we have a defensive scheme ready for them today. So we're looking forward to using that.
Good luck, Haley.
Yep, thank you so much.
Right now will need to be important for them. She's their leading point scorer per game with 15.8. She'll really need to have a big game against the other bigs. Let's take a look at those bigs in the starting 5 for the Tauranga fight. And I mean, my favorite player this season has got to be Hannah Hank. And that 73 there. She is joined by Cowling, McDowell White, who's been excellent, Shearer, and Snyder, who has been on form.
I'll tell you what, Lena Snyder a few years back was one of the leading scorers and rebounders in the competition for a bad Hoiho team. Everything went through her. For the Whai last season, she was a much improved record, but her impact on the court statistically just wasn't there. But now it's the best of both worlds. She's playing great basketball, having a huge impact, and playing the best basketball I think we've seen of her in her 3 seasons at Tauihi. But she is not who we're going to be talking to today. We're going to be talking to the key to this defensive squad, and this is the best defensive team in the league, and a big reason for that is Michaela Cowling and what she does at that guard position. McDowell White and Shearer are also out there on the wing, but the MC catching up with BV just a few moments ago.
MC, one of the fan favorites here in Aotearoa, especially here in Tauranga. You guys go up against a real desperate, Kāhu team. You guys lost the first game, and then all of a sudden you made adjustments and you guys went on a run. What has, brought you to this point?
Yeah, I think it just shows our culture of just buying into each other, into the game plan. Tane recruited a lot of great players and great pro athletes here. So it's one of those things where it's like we're an unselfish team. We come together, we work hard individually and collectively, and we just have a goal we want to attain. So, that's just our way of being here at Whai.
So last couple of years, you really have been on the defensive end, really just kind of, deep people up. You're going up against Tupaya, which everybody is looking forward to, and that matchup has been historic. What do you think is going to happen tonight?
I think the main thing is for us to just stay true to our game plan. I think obviously they have a great team over there. They have a lot of great pieces over there. But for us, you know, we want to stay together, all five, play their five, and just be locked into the game plan and just, you know, play the best we can.
Good luck, MC.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
They certainly are locked in this season. They are the form team, and they play some beautiful basketball when they're on. Side up on your screens there. She's averaging a double-double at present. But the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head, it speaks volumes when you look at the points allowed versus the Whai, who are excellent in that space.
Yeah, we're talking about the best defensive team in the league by points allowed and the worst defensive team in the league by points allowed. Unfortunately for the Kāhu, also the lowest scoring team in the league. The Whai second on the Chaps, so they play fast but play great D. And we're going streaking, everyone. Meet you in the quad. The Tauranga 5, 4 straight wins, streaking to the top of the table. The Kāhu streaking the other way. Not quite as visually pleasing. 5 straight losses to be at the bottom of the table. And we spoke a lot about them already, but that battle down low, Hank and Rynell. Rynell's going to need a little bit of help, but those are the key matchups. Can she get it done? Can she slow down Hannah Hank and possibly get this Kāhu team its first win of the season?
Casey Frank gave us all a mental image of streaking we did not need to see.
Is that your hat? Cool hat. Bring your hat. We're going streaking.
Match officials Ryan Jones, Bryn Watson, and Olivia Murray for this one. It's going to be really interesting to see if the Kāhu can bring themselves together, because at the moment, yes, it's physically on court, they're getting dominated in certain areas, particularly inside the paint, but now it's a mental game because they know that they're sitting on 0 wins. The pressure is there. They've won this league beforehand, so it's a mental game as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think in a lot of ways it's more mental than anything else. As we got our first vote for the Kāhu, that's what I'm talking about, Kāhu fans. Get in the mix, make your voices heard, and with the vote. But you know, the physical skills, there's not as big a gap between most players across leagues. You know, it is that mentality. It's the confidence of knowing that when I shoot this, I feel like it's going in. It's when I'm shooting, my teammates know that what's going on. And when things aren't going right, you know, it's like a jigsaw puzzle where you just can't find the pieces to fit. It gets frustrating. You don't really know where to go. But if it just starts to come together piece by piece, it only takes that first piece to go in, and suddenly you see it, and then it just starts sliding in a little bit easier, and that's what the Kāhu are hoping. Yes, they're 0-5 right now, but they're not out of the chase for the finals. They start winning some games now. They can find themselves back in the postseason mix. And once you're in the big dance, anybody can get there.
How do you think they're going to start using Ledger Walker?
Well, I think, you know, as a sub for Mansfield to still have that pure point guard on the court. But I think where she's really going to make an impact is defensively. She's got such quick hands. She's a player who's, I believe, had 6 steals in a game previously. So you know that she can affect things defensively and slowing down ball handlers at the point of attack, slowing down this Whai transition game when she comes in off the bench for those middle 8 minutes between the first and the second quarter. I think those will be key moments to see if this Kāhu squad can keep with it. See the young ball deliver. There's a lot of attitude in that high five.
Putting the match officials on notice, being like, hey, you get these calls right.
I have to write another note to teams across the league that can we get photography to the camera side? To the camera side, please. We'd love to see those smiles.
Well, he's certainly going to grow into that t-shirt. He'll have that one for a long time.
I'll tell you what.
As a mum, I love it when they get clothes way too big. I'm getting more use out of that.
There's nothing like it. My daughter was actually at a Kāhu game a couple weeks ago, came home with a Kāhu shirt. It's not big enough to wear out yet, but it has become her nightie.
The Tauranga Whai in the darker strip, the Kāhu in the lighter blue. First possession with McDowell White.
Just want to talk about Jess McDowell White a little bit. She has really come into her form offensively as we see a beautiful take there. Shearer just taking Mansfield down to the grindhouse. Too big, right down for the post. But look at that McDowell White-Mansfield matchup. McDowell White has really been shooting the ball well. If she finds space, she can have a big one today.
Oh, she's a special talent, McDowell White. And if you're a basketball fan in New Zealand, you'll recognize that surname. Yes, that is her brother. As Abby Curtin has a nice bucket inside the paint. They left her. they gave her too much space.
Double comes out to Tauihi. You can tell they're really concerned with Tauihi. Tauihi hasn't been scoring the ball as well as she's capable of, but what she has been doing is facilitating, and another fantastic pass there.
Hank with a beautiful bullet pass out to Snyder.
Oh.
Drops in. The triple is good for Snyder from that left-hand corner.
Love to see Hank expand her game. You know she's a scorer and a rebounder, but a facilitator. Seeing that pass in the corner, and the soft touch by Snyder for the triple.
Oh, misconnection there between Matharu and Rhinal. Matharu thought she was going to cut across that baseline.
And just a little lack of familiarity with the players you're playing with. Rhinal, she loves that pick and pop, that 15-footer on the baseline. That might be her favorite shot out there.
McDowell White to Cowling, who we've mentioned a few times, doesn't often have that kind of role on offense. It's great on defense, but that time she draws the whistle and we'll have our first trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Who's that foul going to be on? Not sure who's going to, where that's going to go on the ledger, but Cowling, who's been so impactful defensively, hasn't quite found that offensive stroke, was a little bit down offensively a season ago from her All-Star 5 form, the first trip out here. But she is, what's fantastic is when you can find a player as talented as she is that doesn't mind giving up some of that scoring load for the betterment of the team. And that, I think, is the situation this year.
Yeah, she most recently played in the Mexican League. Now back here in Aotearoa for her 3rd season, running it back 3 times. We love to see it. Obviously enjoying her time here, and who wouldn't want to live in Tauranga? Oh, great find from Tauihi, but Curtin leaves it at the rim, and Snyder goes quick.
I think Snyder might have even gotten a piece of that. And her ability to put the ball on the deck and ignite the fast break, so difficult to defend. Picks up another foul in the Whai. They are really humming right now defensively, putting a lot of pressure on this Kāhu squad. At the same time, things are starting to roll in their direction on this end of the court as well.
McDowell White to Cowling. Deep 2 from Hank, and again Snyder hustling, getting the oval, tips back for a 3, doesn't let that one go down. And
look at Snyder, almost got that one too.
She's everywhere.
That work rate is high.
Matharu getting rid of McDowell White, pops the ball up for the floater, but who else gets the rebound than Snyder?
I like the move by Matharu, but she's got to have a better plan. You're going in against that size of Hank and Snyder down low. You need to find something a little bit better than that in-between floater.
Cowling feeds it to Snyder, but getting a hand to it, I believe, was Tauihi, so right now cleans up the crumbs.
Kāhu staying active defensively. They got to keep up that energy.
Mansfield surveying her options. Calling for it was Curtin, left all alone on the left corner was Rhinal, but just pushes it too much.
Good offense for the most part for the Kāhu, but need to be more efficient to keep pace with this high-scoring Whai squad.
Shearer, really nonchalant pass into Hank, which she wasn't expecting, and that one goes awry.
Nice run by Rhinal.
Tough carry to the basket for Tauihi.
Hey, there's, Tauihi probably does have the strength to knock over Hannah Hank, but it ain't going to be that easy. Hannah Hank tries to milk it, doesn't quite get the call.
Hannah, we saw this exact matchup at the Event Finder Stadium, and we're so impressed with Hannah Hank's size. Just bounces off the lip of the rim there, so another good rebound for the Kāhu.
Really solid activity by the Whai early, though. It's not leading to buckets after that early spurt.
Rhinal finishes inside the paint, so they're just down by 1.
Beautiful pass by Mansfield. Really knows how to run a team and just drops that in over the defense to set up the easy finish for Rhinal.
Oh, the reverse coming in from Shearer.
Yeah, Shearer with a great cut, moving without the basketball. But again, it's Hank, and that maturation of her game can score, but also a really willing passer when multiple defenders are on her.
Tauihi looking for a whistle, drove into the body, but didn't get anything. And the fast break opportunity, iced as well by Shearer. they're just so good when they're humming.
I don't know, there might have been a strike for teachers today, but the textbooks are still open because that was a textbook fast break there. Fantastic kick ahead. Michaela Cowling saw it develop so nicely and just drops it in for the easy finish. The Phi just up 5, but it just feels like they have a good firm grip on this game right now. The scoring coming a little bit easier for them. And that little burst there gives them a solid lead just about halfway through the opening quarter. Taking a quick look at the stats. The leading scorer for the Phi is Emmy Shearer. She's got 6 points on perfect shooting from the floor at 3 of 3. And for the 6 points, 3 different Kāhu players have all touched the net 2 points apiece. 5-2 the rebound count at the moment in favor of the Phi. Neither team really imposing itself defensively. Going to be interesting to see what the Kāhu are looking for coming out of this. You know, they can't have been pleased with that transition defense. You know that this Phi squad's going to be pushing the pace, and that first step back just has to be with great pace to slow down those quick opportunities.
Last time these two teams met, Whai just had a stronghold over the Kāhu the entire game, and it was that battle down low. Just need to make sure that they keep this one in touching distance and allow themselves opportunities to take that win. They did that last week. They were down in that first quarter against the Hoi Hawk and then led for the majority of the game before letting that one slip. So just need to work on consistency on the court as Mansfield under the bucket cannot get around the defense of McDowell White, and look how quickly they get down court.
Really good offense, just enough defense underneath, so Tauihi gets the rebound, but you love that push if you're Tane Bennett. Exactly what you want to see from your offensive wares.
Mansfield right now struggled to get through the defense, eventually got their curtain, step back for 3. Well, that is the range that she has.
Well, they just left her alone for days out there. A defender stunted at her, but nobody actually picked her up. And that left her wide open to knock it down.
Kitasome onto the court for the Phi, out on that left corner. Can't connect. Snyder almost had yet another rebound. She's already up to 4.
Yeah, good activity there from Kitasome. Almost gets it back as well. But the Kāhu hanging tough here. We've seen some nice spurts from the Phi early, and I dare to say a couple of weeks ago the Kāhu squad might have folded, but we saw a step in the right direction, just barely on the wrong side of the losses a week ago, and now hanging tough after an early start and a chance to take the lead for 3 here.
Welcome back to Tauihi Basketball for Crystal Ledger-Walker. She checks on to the quarter block against Rhinell. McDowell White goes again to that left corner. Kitasome decides against the triple, dishes it to Snyder. They'll probably let that one go quite quickly. They'll inbound the ball again, the Phi.
Look at that activity. Snyder and Kitasome on the glass. Snyder gets a well-deserved break, as does Jess McDowell White. Dalton checking into the ball game. She's shown some great energy in her minutes. Missed a bit of time with injury, but has been impactful off the bench for the Phi this season.
Struggling to find a free pair of hands was Dalton. Hank leaves it behind, and Tupaya comes and steals it. Need to be on all the time in the fast break opportunity. Anderson. That's good stuff from the Kāhu, and it's tie game. Love
the way that Talia Tupaya is passing the basketball. Don't worry, that is an 11-10 scoreline. Just a little something lost in translation.
The triple from Cowling.
Well, we have not seen her shoot the ball very well this season, but she drains it there. Almost like she does enjoy this matchup with Talia Tupaya. It has always been one of my favorites to watch over these players' time meeting up against each other.
And the last time they did play, there was a lot of fiery words exchanged between them and staring down the benches. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this eventuates throughout the evening.
Not the first time that those two have been in each other's path, and it won't be the last.
Mansfield. Oh, lovely vision to find right now, but she just overcooked the shot.
Well done by Dalton. Just annoys her enough to force the miss.
Dalton gets that back to Hank.
I really like that penetrating pass there by Dalton a couple of times. The first to McAndrew down low, and then to the high post at Hank. She had the swing with Dalton out to the left wing, but instead, just look at that pass right into the elbow, right into the teeth of the defense, and Hank just attacks Anderson off the bounce because she knows she's got that size advantage, imposing herself physically on the game right now, pushing this Phi squad back into the lead.
190 centimeters tall is Hannah Hank, 24 years old, from Streaky Bay, South Australia.
Streaky Bay? She is going streaking.
She's the reason why they're on the streak.
One of many, but certainly an important one.
Ledger Walker gets it to Mansfield. That's the beauty of having two very experienced point guards. Asia Anderson cutting through.
How about the way Talia Tupaya is passing the basketball? Fantastic. That is her third assist of the ball game. Getting things done. With the pass, slicing and dicing that defense up.
Cowley to Shearer. Shearer has Anderson in front of her, back to Cowley. Well, I'm not sure if that was an attempted pass or shot, but a ricochet to Hank, and then knocked down. Wow.
Just how they drew it up. Just a little lost ball, tap around, play taparoo, as Amy Shearer drains it as it finds her hand.
Curtin gives it to Metz. Oh, the no-look dish behind. Asia Anderson leaves that well short. So here goes Shearer. Gets that pass to Kitasumi and absolutely harassed under the rim.
That ball hit off 3 Kāhu there, I think, and possibly a Falcon. Ends up going out of bounds. We'll stay with the home squad. McDowell White. Snyder check back in the ball game.
McDowell White to Shearer. Kāhu trying to implement their zone D. Ledger Walker. Oh, did enough to disrupt.
That's such good defense. I mean, great closeout to the corner, gets there right on the catch, doesn't give up the baseline, and physically, imposes the path of Dalton to force that turnover.
Talia Tupaya, you said it, she's been instrumental, been the maestro for this team at present. Anderson, well away this time, hitting the side of the backboard.
Another great decision by Tupaya, though, really doing well. The point guard.
Ledger Walker plucks that one out of the sky.
Give me that. Go Gadget steals.
And
here they come.
Already making an immediate impact since rejoining. The Kāhu has the most appearances for this franchise as Tupaya tries to bash her way through.
A lot of contact all over that play. Tupaya thought she deserved a foul, but she split the double.
Dalton to Shearer, now Schneider. Pushes it back. McDowell White outside the perimeter. Again, tag team there. They just need to figure out who's free. They found it in Schneider. Oh, Taylor Dalton gets the O-board.
Just outworking the Kāhu right now. You can see the fitness of this Phi squad so high. They're still only up 6. Kāhu trying her answer.
Mathara wants to take on Dalton, and she gets the better of her. And will take the trip to the Chemist Warehouse free throw line.
Really just forced her way into that contact. Refused to be denied. Use of a lot of fakes and a nice drive on the baseline. Dalton gets a little too hoppy and hops right into that foul.
Well, Mathara usually on the bench. She averaged 12.8 points per game.
And our first sighting in Tauihi of Batish checks into the ball game. That size that this Kāhu squad was so desperately seeking. The release of Roberts allows for a roster spot, and it's filled. The size of Batish, exactly what they need, and especially in this matchup against the Phi.
She played 56 games for the Adelaide Lightning in the Australian WNBL, so plenty of experience too, and that's what they really need in this team as Hank just loses her footing there, hits the ground.
Might have been some contact from behind by Mathard, but it goes unwhistled.
McDowell White weaving her way through, somehow gets it to Hank. She can't finish, bats it back. And it's effort on effort from this Whai team.
Good job, White. White plays right time. Mismatch down low. Now a triple team on Hank.
Snyder steps up to the plate for a triple. Again, gets her own rebound. My gosh,
Wow.
she's an Energizer Bunny. I'm getting tired watching her.
I mean, this drives the coaching staff crazy. You know, you're playing pretty good defense, but the effort of the Whai on the glass. Look at Snyder. Lets that up, and she's there. Takes the contact, puts it up. She's on back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. This Whai's team has too much size that if you let them outwork you, you're just not gonna. You're gonna be on the wrong side of the ledger. You know, eventually, because of the size they have at every position, your energy levels at the very least have to match what is being brought to you. And right now, that's not the case. Too many offensive rebounds for the Whai here in this opening term. I believe that is 6 offensive rebounds already. And how about a 16-5 rebound count overall to this point in the ballgame?
Anna Schneider celebrated her 30th birthday last week.
Wow, looking fresh as a daisy. We're very lucky over here in Tauihi to have her grace our shores for 3 seasons now.
It really has been a pleasure and a joy to watch. As we have Tupaya. Oh, Dalton cops one to the face, but Tupaya will get the whistle.
Dalton's like, on me? A bit confused, but not a bad foul. 5 seconds left. That ball's going to go back to the sideline. The Whai still have another foul to give. Take another look at it. Well, you got those hands, just a little too handsy. You know, you can make contact with the body. You can really get aggressive when you body up, but if you stick those hands in there, it becomes a much easier whistle for the officiating crew to blow.
Moppets mopping up the floor. It's hot and sweaty. The temperature is getting warmer here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. This is obviously played leading into summer. Matharu is very quick. It's her shot partially blocked. And just like that, the first quarter is done and dusted. The Whai with the lead, 21 points to 15. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the second quarter coming right up after this. No, my Hukamau, welcome back to the first game of round 4 in the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa League, and it is the top of the table. Tauranga Whai leading the BNZ Northern Kāhu 21 points to 15. If you are feeling hungry and peckish like I am,
yes,
scan that QR code and order yourself a large cup pepperoni pizza for $35 or enter that online code. It is valid until next Thursday, so you've got plenty of time. That's a whole week worth of pizzas you can keep ordering.
Ooh. Yes, please. Who has 2 thumbs and likes that? This guy right here. I'm using my thumbs to point at myself.
Oh, they get the finish there through Reinelt.
And she lost the contact.
I don't know how hygienic it is if Matharu picking it up there. I don't know if I want that now.
My favorite was always when somebody would drop a contact and put it in their mouth to clean it. As we take a look at the rebound, Haley Reinelt takes the foul, and there was a little water on this one. She's a little bit more hygienic than my former teammates.
It's good she wears contacts because I just play blind because I just cannot plug my eyes.
I've been blind for a long time, but I refuse to give in to medical corrections. One of my former teammate, probably the blindest teammate I ever had, was Corey Webster, and realized after he got contacts that he actually couldn't see the rim previously. It would just be fuzzy. But it still had a wet one. It did not matter that he couldn't see it clearly. It was still dropping.
Imagine if he could see clearly his whole career.
He got it pretty early. It was I was an older player. It was too early in his ones when he finally got the correct contacts. Reinelt has it all sussed out. Off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to see if she can get her eye in. Thank you. I will be here for 2 more quarters at least. Does not make the first. Kāhu leaving a couple of points at the Chemist Warehouse stripe right now.
Well, they certainly did that in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. 18 points from the line in the Rapid League in comparison to just 6 for the Kāhu.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a similar stat line like that. This Whai squad really doing a nice job of attacking the painted area.
Cowling to McDowell. White steps back for the triple and drains it.
Speaking of getting your eye in, Jess McDowell White has been lighting it on fire. You have got to make that one and put the ball on the floor. You are inviting trouble defensively.
Tapia, I think they've become a little bit more alert to her threat and have applied a bit more pressure on defense every time Tapia is around that perimeter. Mansfield, well, she's got her eye in too.
She's got such a great midi. I'd almost like to see her be a bit more aggressive looking for her own shot because this Kāhu team can struggle to find points.
Cowling looking for her triple. She was so confident she kept running.
It's the get back game. Michaela Cowling's feeling it. 8 points now, perfect from the field. This is looking like a chance to be her best offensive game of the season.
She offers so much defensively, so to be able to get her offensive game going is going to be huge for the Whai, but not so good for this Kāhu team who just cannot connect on a play.
And that was Cowling again, just gets in that passing lane, forces it to go the other way. Take another look at the replay, and Michaela Cowling just lets it drop. Defense a little late. She says, tickle the twine.
Beautiful high arcing shot. Shearer. McDowell White has Mansfield on her. Really risky passes in the Whai. They just seem to let the ball go. They just trust that someone is going to collect it as it just opened up there for McDowell White. There was 4 jerseys around her, but no one on her.
Little hezzy, little change of pace there, freezes the defense, and the explosion back to top speed, that burst to the rim, gets the finish on the precipice of a 10-point lead now.
Matharu tries to cross up, and again, it just left her wide open, and you cannot do that to someone who can shoot like Matharu.
Confident player, does a nice job of losing the defense. There's Mansfield. Did she hit that off the leg of McDowell White? That is active defensively. Exactly the energy they're looking for. Look at Matharu, uses the crossover, then the step back. Really reads that defense well. Shearer gets caught underneath the screening action of Reinelt, and that leads to the triple.
Yeah, a lot of that has to be placed on the back of Reinelt, literally. Matharu again looking for that same play. Given too much space, can't go bang, bang, back to back. Cowling, it's a good vision there, and Matharu, well, she drops the shoulder into Emmy Shearer there.
Not a lot of question in that foul. Really nice job by the Whai, controlling the glass. Not many second chance opportunities for this visiting Kāhu squad, and I enjoy the way that the Whai just explode into transition basketball. Anytime whoever gets possession, they're igniting that break, either off the bounce, putting it on the deck, or there, as we saw Cowling, the beautiful outlet pass ahead of everybody, forcing a foul, It's just those little victories, possession by possession, that lead to big ones.
Oh, that one just rolled off her hand. But you're right, every time they do get possession back off a rebound or even an inbound, they're winding up that cannon arm to just let it fire.
Yeah, they're looking to push. That is definitely their MO, their modus operandi. They are looking to push that pace and force this Kāhu team to defend them.
I'm glad you explained what modus operandi is, because a lot of people just know what MO is.
Yeah,
But
no.
Casey Frank, he's a dictionary and a thesaurus, and he's here all week.
Got to toss the Latin in there every once in a while. My parents, Catholic Latin teachers, would be proud. It's gone down generations. Not the Catholicism, but the Latin.
I reckon 9 out of 10 people that use the word MO don't know what it means.
I'd say it gets lower every day in today's world, unfortunately. Nice dime by Mansfield.
Oh, to apply the ball movement. It's a good triangular movement there, too.
He's just bouncing the way of the Whai. They continue making their own luck with the hustle.
Hank reached back for that one. McDowell White looking for the pick and roll for Hank. Hank just fends off Curtin. Curtin's like, what just happened?
Can I get that whistle? But just McDowell White shooting the ball ridiculously well.
Mansfield, again, she just claws them back inch by inch. So the Kāhu, they're not out of it whatsoever. They're just refusing to go away.
And Mansfield, when she gets inside 17 feet, that stroke is just butter. So smooth.
Oh, left wide open, uncontested was Kirasome, but couldn't connect. Mansfield to Ledger Walker.
Toast.
Yeah, that's what they need more of. There was a massive height mismatch there with McDowell White.
Two excellent plays there. First, Curtin running the lane, getting the mismatch, having a smaller player just sealing her underneath. She doesn't move around, but instead Crystal Ledger-Walker, she recognizes she has the angle, perfectly placed lob pass, trusts her big to make the catch. Really well executed, excellent recognition to lead to that play. And the Kāhu penetrating passes, paint touches for finishes, exactly what is on the menu if they want to get back in this ball game.
Win some free fuel. Love some moolah. Scan the QR code.
Scan it. Free moolah? Moolah now.
I actually filled up at a Whai tour.
Oh, did you get some free moolah?
No.
Did you play the game?
Because I was silly and didn't take a photo of this. So take a photo of it now.
It's her chance to
I was
scan
driving
that.
from Tauranga and I didn't use that QR code.
And that could have been your
The
chance.
fuel was the cheapest around, which is why I went there. So
Which is
hey, go to
fine.
Waitomo anyway.
But if you need more reasons, right here it is. Win free fuel. Waitomo's been fueling Kiwi since ages ago.
How long's ages, you reckon?
Oh, it all depends on the
Ages.
age. It's not that young, not that old for the youngins, and it's a long time for the oldies. But to everybody, it feels like a long time.
It's been a long time since the Kāhu got a win. I'll be
Whoosh.
hoping to get this one today, but at the moment the Whai still ahead, still in control.
Yeah, technically do not have a win in this calendar year. Look at that work rate of Hank down low. Her and Curtin just going at it. Love to watch the post work. Hank is just, she hasn't had a huge statistical impact on the game, but you see the attention that's coming at her defensively. See how many bodies are in her area when she gets catches or when she's going for the offensive rebound.
Oh, beautiful move there, just spun out away. They're all so tight defensively. The Kāhu, they're trying to protect the paint, but it's so
That's
hard
so
to
good.
protect her when she's there.
But the Kāhu, they bend but don't break once again. You gave up a good look, but somehow get away with the win defensively and a chance to keep clawing away at this deficit.
Right now, takes her time and sinks the triple.
Oh, they need that. They just need something to start going their way. The energy that's flowing back to the Kāhu side. Can they keep it on them to go on the board?
Dalton goes back to Kirasome. Hank calling for the ball. The movement around the corner is superb. Shearer, high arcing shot, doesn't bounce in, bounces into the hands of Tupaia. But look at all the jerseys of the Whai team with her.
Just a little ambitious that time was Tupaia. Mansfield cutting the lane, but There's a difference between Mansfield, the true point guard, running through the lane like that, and let's say an Abby Curtin or a Haley Rynell. When you've got the size, you're looking for that catch. Mansfield, if she does get that catch, she's surrounded by the tall timber of the Whai and doesn't have a lot of options. Unfortunately for Kāhu, that ball goes connected-less.
Down by 2. The Kāhu, very close ball game here. Hank blocked. Gets her own rebound though and misses that one too, and it's all messy underneath the rim.
It's a scrap down there. You just gotta put in the mouth guard and start swinging.
Nonchalant shot from Crystal Ledger-Walker, but that ties us up here in Tauranga.
Nonchalant shot, say that 3 times fast. That's a toughie.
No, I might actually say a word that I'm not supposed to say on air.
There's a list. They have showed it to me.
You've ticked off a couple of those, Casey Frank.
There you see, Crystal Ledger-Walker just stroll down, take the 14-footer. Take what you give you. You know, always take what the defense gives you. It's an easy game when you just read what's there and have a multi-variable skill set like Crystal Ledger-Walker does.
What do you think Tainui Bennett is thinking right now, considering they had a lead, they've been in control, but they're just not really executing and finishing?
You know, it's a game of runs. There's going to be ebbs and flows. But for me, Tainui Bennett, it's what I'm liking if I'm the coach is, hey, the work rate's great. The effort's there. I like our penetration, but we're just not finishing. The key is to keep this energy up. If I'm the Whai, I think if we play at this level of effort and intensity for 40 minutes, we'll come away with the win. Let's force the Kāhu to match that.
Dalton, beautiful vision. McDowell White on the fly, passes it to Snyder, and she is back on the score sheet after a bit of a hiatus.
And when it looks good, it looks so good. Man, that is clean. Just penetrating passes, good speed, unselfish basketball leads to a 3.
Right now, tries to blow by Hank. Oh, late whistle there.
Yeah, she was going to be upset, I think, if she hadn't gotten that call. A bit of contact. She goes with the left eventually. It knocks her off the line, and back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe she goes. As the Kāhu decide to get a little bit bigger, send in Batish from Matharu. And this is a much bigger front line now.
Right now, named in the All-Star 5 in 2024. Playing for the Pauakai, if you're just new to the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball here in Aotearoa, a very special player. Last year averaged 15.2 points per game, is averaging 15.8 at the moment. Slightly better. Dalton goes quick. Hank hesitated with the pass, was going to give it. Just this BNZ Northern Kāhu defense being a bit better. Just making the Kāhu think twice, but you don't need to think twice about that shot from Snyder.
Hit the 3 a few possessions ago, and now plays off that threat from deep, uses the up fake, gets into the mid-range and drains it.
Batish to right now. Having to go deep back to Ledger-Walker right now, just asking for some help, and it's batted away by Hank. McDowell White tidies. Ketasome, a bounce pass to Snyder. Batish is going to get the foul.
The spacing just not quite where you wanted it to be for that entry pass. That leads to the turnover, and then once again, going from defense to offense. Look at the pace with which this Whai team plays. Ketasome makes that extra pass because of the effort of Snyder, running the lane, getting herself in a great position in the dunker spot. Gets the catch. A chance to stretch this lead beyond the current 4. How about Snyder? 11 points now. Perfect from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Threatening a double-double at halftime. 12 points, 7 rebounds at the moment.
Some kind of season she is having. And you mentioned it, chalk and cheese from last year. She really stepped up another level. It really looks like she's enjoying her basketball. Mansfield enjoying cutting up the defense of the Whai. Oh, plucked away again. Add a steal to her stat line today. And then the give back from Shearer. She couldn't reel it in, but they will inbound. How
many 2-on-1s have the Whai created with their transition game today? They're just kicking it ahead, running strong, and the Kāhu do enough that time. But it's just like that levee is looking like it's under pressure. There are cracks forming everywhere. And just play after play, it's multiple 5 players attacking that basket, and the Kāhu just sticking their thumb in the hole to stop the flow.
They could have a much higher lead than this.
They could. It does feel like this is a game that they're in control of. With the 6 points currently being, it does feel more like it's a 12 or 13 point lead, but the fact that it's just 3 points is a testament to the willpower of this Kāhu team. They want that first win. They taste that first win. They're doing everything they can to just stay within distance and pull themselves back into the winner's circle.
That looks tasty, but you know what else is tasty? Sal's pizza.
Ah, Sal's pizza is tasty.
It is tasty.
Unprompted. Doesn't even come up on screen. You're just thinking it.
So I'm thinking about pizza. I'm thinking I'm hungry.
You've been stuck in the office too long today.
Oh,
there
here
you
we
go.
go.
The prompting works. That helps you back home, so you can use that QR code. Does not help me and Taylor here in the booth. We cannot eat the pizza right now. You know why I like the cup pepperonis?
Why?
Because they get crispy on the outside.
Yeah.
That's why they come. Ooh, it's tasty. Look at those cupped pepperonis. Just waiting for you. Slam Dunk 2025. Valid until the eve.
How
of
does
Halloween.
it get cupped like that?
Just really gently with your hand.
You know, it's just like, you know, because normal pepperoni is not cupped. It's just when you make it small.
I think it has to do with with cutting it and leaving it, if I think properly. But that is pure guesstimation on my part.
Back to the basketball. That's wonderful work from Shearer, like a hot knife through butter, just slicing through them.
Let me Shearer just lets the game come to her. She's now 5 for 6 from the field, 11 points, and just hasn't forced her way into it. But when the ball finds her, good things happen.
Mansfield steps up to the plate for a triple. Right now almost plucks that defensive rebound away from Lacandro.
Well, it's back to 8. It's going to hit double figures here if they don't get a stop, but they do. Batish, solid D.
Tauihi, fast pass to Mansfield. Right now hit the front space over Lacandro. This is a good test for Lacandro's defense, but right now there's no match for the rookie.
Just heads up play by right now in the post. She knows she's got the speed. See how quickly she put that on the deck, that hard spin to get to the other side, neutralizing the length advantage that Lacandro has on her.
Oh, another beautiful, superb shot from Cowling.
She is perfect from the field, 2 for 2 from deep, and now the lone make from inside the arc. 10 points for her, as 4 players threatening double figures in the first half for the Whai.
Woman from Walnut Creek in California in her 3rd season in the Tauihi. Tauihi strong. Batish can't get the roll there. Amy Shearer comes up with that rebound. Less than a minute to play in this first half. She's going to go to the rim herself, and she's so clinical.
Well, she's just taking what the defense is giving her. She's not forcing her way through anything. Like that play right there. Defense is going to keep dropping. All right, I'll just take it to the cup. If the defense is up, she'd probably look at the jumper and kick it on. But every decision right now was the right one for Amy Shearer.
So crafty. High basketball IQ as Tauihi gets it to Batish and then gets it right now. Batted back from Shearer into Lacandro.
Despite that good fight of the Kāhu, they're down 10 now, and looking at a bigger deficit after this BNZ player timeout, which is your chance at home to scan that QR code for a chance to win tickets to this season's games. You've got school groups, community groups, hoops groups, yarning groups, yarns groups, chinwag groups, walking groups, dog walking groups, cat walking groups, less of those, but I hear they're still popular. Any of those qualify, and others.
Yeah, I used to be like, who walks cats? But my sister does.
See?
She walked her cat, and I was like, what?
You never know what kind of freaks are out there related to Taylor. And we're looking for all of them to come to the BNZ the player timeout games this year. Ticket to the big game. Make sure you scan that QR code and come to games. But act fast. Round 5 already.
Potentially the last play of the quarter. They're going to soak up the time or get the shot away. 8 seconds left. They get it out to Cowling, who's been feeling hot. Can't get that one. Snyder hustling. That might have come off right now. It has.
Look at Snyder, his energy level. Her and Rynell I mean, two players that have endless amounts of energy, and you see them always chasing, but that time Snyder got the better of it. Really well-designed play by the Phi, had that beautiful shot for Cowling in the quarter, but they got another chance at it.
They need a catch and shoot. Snyder almost got the buzzer beater, not to be. And well, the Phi have extended their lead now. It is a 10-point game. The BNZ Northern Kāhu searching for their first win of the season. They are down by 10, 35-45. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the second half highlights after this.
Absolutely right. Nice. All right. It's going to be our next five. Smart. I like this. All right. So name please.
Welcome back to Tauranga for your Thursday night basketball action in the GJ Gardner Home Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa. We're in round 5. It is the Tauranga Whai, the leaders of the competition, leading the Kāhu at the moment, 45-35. The Kāhu searching for their first win. I'm Taylor Johnson. Joining me is Casey Frank, who lives and breathes basketball every second of every day. Casey Frank, what was your summation of that first half?
I think the Phi controlled that game. You know, at times the score sheet would get tight, but they just got so many things at a much easier rate than did the Kāhu. As we take a look at the leading scorers, Shearer, Snyder, Cowling, all in double figures. Jess McDowell-White with 8. And how about Hannah Hank? Hannah has 0 from 6 from the field, just 2 points for a player who dominated the last time these teams met. Linda Snyder dominating the glass, 7 rebounds, 23-10 is the rebound count in this one. The Phi are all over the glass, the Kāhu just barely holding on. Both teams really distributing the ball well. Tupaia and Mansfield doing that for the Kāhu. Hank and McDowell White leading the way for the Phi. 3 blocks in the ball game, Shearer and Callan, as well as Tauihi on the deck. And there's the steals. One of the few things keeping the Kāhu close is their effort turning the ball over. Tauihi with 2, Ledger Walker, Matharu, and Batish 1 apiece. Overall, this is the game plan's tilting towards the Phi. Things are going well, very well for them. The Kāhu have to find some answers and some different avenues of play if they're hoping to get back in this ball game as some Ledgers and Ledger Walkers look on.
Extremely talented basketball family and rugby family as well. A family full of athletes. There they are there. Wonder what they're up to all next season.
The Salsa BL free agency period not too far away.
See, that was my link there, you know,
well done, well done.
Get you to talk about that. But we will be talking about the basketball after the break. It is the Phi with the lead at present. And as little Miss Ledger Walker, Crystal's daughter, watches on as well, and hoping her mum can get the win in her first game back for the Kāhu this year. Don't go to it, we'll be back soon.
What have you learned? Nothing. Not yet. The skills will come soon. Enjoy your meeting at the condition. And last but not least, what is your name, my friend? My name is CJ. And CJ, you got a name? Your name is Siege. Siege! Our first person with the nickname Siege. And so Siege, what is it been like being the academy?
It's really good. I really enjoy it. Since pretty much the start. So I love the officials about the clubs.
And what advice would you give to someone that's learning to play basketball or wanting to be academy? How would they get there?
Link in bio.
Link in bio. Nice. I see. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our future 5 people. Make some noise with them. And Hoop Nation all weekend long. Thank you so much. I thank you.
Ten points the difference here in the first game of the round, and round 5, the Tauihi Basketball League. It is the Phi with that 45-point lead. 45 points over the Kāhu, not 45-point lead, my goodness. Casey Brent, the Phi, we have been talking them up ever since that second game of the season, and they are just on an absolute roll. What are they doing so well?
Well, I think they're playing with great energy. They're locked in defensively. And offensively, they're playing to their strengths. But we do have some creepers in the poll. The Kāhu up to 28% on the Good Health MixandPick.com poll. Scan that QR code and get your votes in. See who won't win that game. 5 by 1 to 10, a third of the votes by +11, nearly 40%. But the Kāhu fans getting in there. But back to this Whai squad. I mean, obviously there's the confidence that comes from winning the title. You know, they did lose a lot of the brain power in that one, the player power, so with some defections to some other places. But this is the championship team, and they felt a little disrespected at the start of the season. You know, they said, yeah, we lost the coach and we have some new players, but we're still the champs until somebody takes that crown from us. And despite that early hiccup of the first loss, they have quickly found their feet, playing with a lot of familiarity with one another. Everyone does their job very well, and you don't see it. There's no greediness out there. You know, they're taking what comes to them. They're playing through the game. They're playing to their strengths, and it's been bringing some great results as of late.
Good to see a good crowd come out in Tauranga as well on a Thursday night. School tomorrow, but the kids are still here.
Well, we had that strike, so parents are trying to get the kids out of the house today. So let's go to the basketball.
They're getting a bit stir crazy at home.
My wife was an angel. She brought the kids to the museum today. I'm sure Auckland Museum was inundated. Can't wait to hear the stories when I get home. Of course, always a great time at the basketball. So the one thing I hear from every fan who comes to their first game is, I did not know it was this much fun.
It really is a lot of fun. I took my brothers to their first basketball game at the Breakers, and then I took them to the Bulls games. They loved it. They loved the atmosphere. They're not basketballers by any means, but they just enjoyed seeing the athleticism of the players.
And that's right, because basketball is a game for all here in Inclusion Round. Everyone is invited. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be physically able. You can come play some hoops. You can enjoy some hoops as a fan as well. We are welcoming everyone inside the tent.
I live in South Auckland in Mangere, and I kid you not, every single night of the week under the lights there are basketball games, pickup games happening every night. I'll drive past to McDonald's at 11 o'clock at night and there is still people playing basketball.
Well, I'll tell you what, I grew up mostly in Arizona, and the basketball didn't start till 11 o'clock at night because it was too hot. So I'd be out there on those courts till 3, 4 in the morning at times. Sometimes to the detriment of my studies.
You're a smart man. You know what MO means.
That was not on the test.
Hannah Hag starts off the third quarter with a strong basket, extending the lead to 12.
Her first basket of the game, feeding it right back to the middle. Just 4 points for her now, 1 of 7 from the field, but still an incredible impact with her physicality.
Mansfield again, she is a sniper from that mid-range space.
I mean, she's a true point guard, so she's not always looking for that shot, but you know, I just think this team could use a little bit more aggressiveness from her offensively.
Oh, Cowling, she just snuck her way in behind, tippy-toed through.
Miscommunication by the Kāhu there, and those are the little mistakes you can't make when you're chasing a big lead.
Curtin wants to go the long way around.
That's well read by Tauihi. I mean, really heads-up play. He's sending a double screen essentially with the defender, but Curtin couldn't capitalize.
There's that big cannon pass, and again, they are risky passes. You know, there are hands in those passing lanes.
They're risky to somebody else, but not to Hannah Hank, who's got those big shoulders wide, keeping that defender off. Rynell she's working hard down there, but Hannah Hank, just so impressive. Look at this post-up. Look at her just seal that defender behind her. Rynell trying to get around. Frustrating. It is frustrating as a defender when you just don't have the answers. I don't have the physical tools to really impose myself defensively on this player.
Hannah Hank really is such a physical specimen. We saw her in person, and she just towers over most, a strong body, and really makes her presence felt. Rynell doesn't get that one to sink. So it's Snyder to McDowell White. She's going to slow it down and have a think about things. A lot of chat on court too, defensively for the Kāhu.
I think that's away from the basketball on that dive. Snyder, when she was trying to get in. 14 points, is starting to get away from the Kāhu.
I don't think Jodie Cameron agreed with that one.
I could see why. Maybe just questioning, yeah, did you see that one? But she's just trying to get this team going, trying to find that form that they found for times early in the first half. Going with the player she's trust here.
Looking for the pick and roll, and they skip it all the way out to Snyder. Another triple for Lena Snyder.
Not bad defense, but Snyder makes the defense pay for the late closeout. 15 points, 8 rebounds. Another top flight performance for the Wisconsin women.
I mean, she averages a double-double. That says enough. Tauihi drops the shoulder, and she's going to get it that time as Hannah Hank put the body on the line.
Well, we had that chat earlier. Hannah Hank tried to take a charge on Tauihi in the first half, didn't get the whistle. That time set herself up in much better defensive position. Had that solid base, kept the feet from moving when the contact was made. Look at her, look at that, getting out in front. That's such a good slide for a player of her size. You love to see that effort and energy with the footwork. Puts her body on the line, takes that elbow. Tauihi can't get away with the little cheapie. Ball goes the other way.
Cowley.
Oh, back the other way. Tauihi just took the charge. She says, you take that one, I'll take it back. Turnabout is fair play.
Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, that's sets herself up to take that hit. And that is certainly one she's going to feel tomorrow. Giving up a wee bit of mass between those two. But Talia Tauihi as strong as any guard in the competition.
Leisure Walker on court. The lead is just starting to grow. This is the biggest lead of the game for the fight. Mansfield trying to chop it down, does that.
Big hit there. Mansfield starting to loosen up offensively, keeping things ticking over as she hits point number 9 on that one.
Oh, Hank showing us her footwork.
Block called. Hank saying that should be a flop. I don't know. Not a lot of flopping there. Certainly some contact. Curtin hits the floor, and Hank's gonna. Minis. They got decleated. She was completely off the floor there.
That's definitely not a flop.
That's. I mean, it could be some accentuation, but it's, way too much contact there for the floppiness. Curtin heads to the bench as she picks up her second personal foul.
Hannah Hank played for the German Cup winners, the TK Hanover, last season. Played in the Australian WNBL for Geelong United.
What a time to be a basketball player, especially an up-and-coming young female basketball player in New Zealand.
The opportunities in basketball are endless.
There's just so many places you can play. There's, I mean, just a lot of money in it at the collegiate level in the States, and obviously the ability to play professionally around the world. It's just a great time to be involved in sport in general.
100%, and it's leagues like this where you got to start out, so it's so heartwarming to see the amount of youngsters we have in the Tauihi Rapid League. Shira!
Just not a lot of touches, man, but a high rate of efficiency. 16 points on 7 for 8 from the field. Everything she's touching is turned into fire.
A rookie season here in this league, and I hope we get to see her for more to come as Leisure Walker does everything right but put it in.
Oh, there's the break. Oh, Shearer has it.
Oh, Snyder on the fly. I mean, they're just pretty to watch.
Look at the joy that this Phi squad is playing with. I mean, they are just working hard, running lanes. The ball is finding the energy. The ball is getting through hands. The unselfish play of everybody who's making decisions. Just a lot of players you can see that are playing for each other. Shearer sets that up the entire time. She knows she's going to Snyder. Hits her with the no look. Snyder with the finish on her 17th point of the day to go along with 9 rebounds. She is now the leading scorer of the ball game, just 1 point more than Emmy Shearer has.
Emmy Shearer is certainly a scorer. I mean, 1,688 career points playing for the University of Portland.
Yeah, anytime you top 1,000 points in a collegiate career, you've done something pretty special. Especially up in
And
Portland.
some, 1,688.
It's really rainy up there. Portland can be depressing, so you got to get out there on the court and have a good time.
Well, she certainly had a good time. 23 years old, had a Westlake Girls High, made a Torquay debut this year as well. talent.
And it's been an impressive start to her career. And has been a key weapon for this Whai squad.
She's very unassuming as well. Like when you look at the bodies around her, and I think that's why she's able to score so much, because you've got the big bodies of Hank and Snyder and even Cowling, and she just goes about her business, and I think it's quite easy at times for the Kāhu to ignore her on court.
Yeah, I think you do circle the big names, and those are the ones you pay the more attention to. When it comes down to it, you have to shift that defense one way or another. But right now, that unassuming nature is paying dividends.
21 points now, the difference. The Kāhu need to start hitting all of their shots, and that one, unfortunately, was too short. So Nicandro on court now too.
I mean, not a bad set, but just not manipulating the defense, not forcing that defense to react one way or another. They're just really being sticky to the ball and to their matchups defensively.
And the difference too is Whai just stretching the floor a little bit more too with each possession, whereas the Kāhu not. But Matharu almost got that one to drop.
I thought athletic play. She's got a nose for scoring. Couldn't find the net that time down though, but nice aggressive play that I think the Kāhu need a bit more of.
McDowell White steps up, nails it. That is a beautiful shot from McDowell White.
Well, as efficient as Emmy Shearer is, it's not quite as efficient as Jess McDowell White, who is 4 for 4 from the field for 11 points. 4 shots, 11 points. That's not bad.
I think what made that shot even tougher is she saw the defender there and stepped up to them and still had her eye in for that bucket. Mansfield with the O board, crucial at this point of the game for the Kāhu. They need to win back every bit of possession that they can. Morton Jones onto the court and onto the score sheet.
And they just really needed that. They're not getting a lot of penetration, so hopefully for the Kāhu, their prowess from deep can bend the defense a bit more. Look at Snyder inside. Such great activity, just crashing through players, and knocks the ball off a Kāhu hand.
She does a really good job of confusing the space on defense and offense. She is everywhere.
Yeah, just the activity. Just love to see that work rate up.
And to Kirisume, who has Matharu on her. Cowling calling for the ball. Wants to take on Curtin. Hank lets that one pop. Fighting for that was Matharu, and she did well under pressure.
Big rebound from Matharu. One of the leading rebounders for the squad, despite her lack of stature.
Right now, that's better stuff. Just that top pass over the top.
The Kāhu just so much better when they get some penetration off the dribble. You know, forcing that defense to adjust it just a bit more. When they're just passing the ball around the perimeter, bad things are happening.
Right now, with the steal, got into the passing lane between Nicandro and Kirisume. And taking it to the basket. Mansfield leaves it short, but right now as they're blocked by Hannah Hank to get that out of here.
Oh, it's disheartening for the Kāhu, but they get the steal back. All that effort, Hank just said, get that shot out of here. Does she do it again?
A ball security. Not really a strength at the moment for both teams, but they will get a whistle here, the Kāhu.
Just a wee bit loose for the Whai. Just need to calm things down, settle it. And you see a timeout here for the Whai. A nice one called there by Tane Bennett. Yes, they're up 19 points, just 13 minutes in the game, but it's about execution and finishing plays. Yeah, don't mind pushing the ball, pushing the pace, getting up and running. But then when we don't have anything, what's that next step? What's the next iteration of our activity? On the other end for the Kāhu, just don't know what the answer is sitting over here. I'm sure it's just as difficult to pinpoint for them. You know, you can't really say that any one thing has been done poorly. You know, the solid energy, the offense is looking a little bit better, but just that activity of the Whai has been like 4 or 5 percentage points higher on every play. And over the course of the game, that's what's gotten this to this 19-point deficit. It's just, you know, a little bit better here, a little bit better there, but over almost 27 minutes now, that's added up to a near 20-point lead.
Whai have shot 10 from 21 three-pointers, sitting at 47%, impressive, whereas the Kāhu are 5 from 19, just forcing those shots.
Those efficiency differences is pretty vast. And then, of course, at the Chemist Warehouse stripe, just the 5 attempts for the Kāhu, 10 for the 5, which they haven't missed yet. But it all comes back to the rebounds for me.
Massive.
Oh my goodness, 31 to 15. The advantage to the 5, doubling up this squad. And yes, they do give up a lot of size, but you're not going to beat anybody if you're giving up 2 rebounds for every one that you grab. Just fixing a little something outside the screen there. Waiting to get that ball back. I think it's coming. There we go. And ready to go.
Oh, way too easy. Cowling somehow hit the ground, Casey Frank. What do you reckon?
Bit of a shove there, I think. Possibly tried to sell that a bit, but definitely some contact.
Dalton sets the screen. Gets it to Cowling. Shearer back to Kirasome. She fires and finds her target.
Just love the relentlessness of this offense. Multiple penetrations. The first defensive rotation is good. The second defensive rotation is good. Even the third. But that fourth, that's when Kirasome had that opportunity on the catch and shoot. They just keep coming at you, you know, like clockwork. It ticks along, it ticks along. Eventually it's going to be 12 o'clock. And the piper gets paid.
Matharu, she did well to draw that contact on Dalton.
High energy player, you know, and she has a nice skill set. She impacts games when she comes in, and not just as a scorer, but does a nice job on the glass as well, despite being one of the shorter players.
I mean, it's her rookie pro season after a 5-year collegiate career. She'll be enjoying this. Whai with a commanding lead. Oh, that is not going to help.
Being over and back. There's
Help the Kāhu's chances.
There's a little something going right for the Kāhu as Mary Martin Jones almost hit an official Ryan Jones with a falcon there. Checked the ball at him. Don't think he was looking. Thankfully, nothing untoward intended.
Tapaya has 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Right now we're screaming for it. And the dunker spot won't get it, and that one was well away.
You just see how little penetration there is. You know, just not enough urgency in the offense for the Kāhu. Just going through the plays, but we don't see anything downhill at the cup coming off the screen. Not enough penetration with the pass, and that's allowing the 5 to just clean up on the glass following the shot.
What are some big plays they need to come up with here, Casey Frank?
Well, I mean, it's not a play per se, but it's, you know, finding that energy again, finding those penetrations with consistency. You know, a dribble like that, but getting the finish. You see after the missed shot, no blue jerseys in the paint. It's just all 5. The game's being played on their schedule right now.
And they're just missing the explosiveness. So when Crystal Ledger-Walker came in and did that, it just changed it up.
3-second call there. And Crystal Ledger-Walker, I think that's a player that Jody Cameron trusts, you know, to initiate the offense. She knows that she's going to basically act as a coach on the floor for her, impacting the game that she wants it impacted. So going back to this lineup, it's the starters minus Matharu.
Curtin to Ledger-Walker. Such a threat as Ledger-Walker. Get the no-look feed. Right now leaves it there, and that has been the story of this game. They've had plenty of looks, plenty of opportunities, but not executing as Tapaya takes it in, and they get the charge.
Sure. She definitely took that one in the ribs. I actually didn't see a lot wrong with what Talia Tapaya was doing. Yes, there was some contact, but I don't think she was under control. But Shearer does get displaced, hits the deck, so she gets the whistle. And it just becomes a little bit tougher now for the Kāhu with Talia Tapaya hitting the bench.
Give and get back to Snyder, who lines up the 3 ball. Dalton gets the rebound. Snyder wants another go. Cheryl was screaming for the ball. Ledger Walker harassing her. That's excellent defense by the experienced Ledger Walker. Not letting anyone through there. Curtin. What about that pass? Oh, held it up brilliantly for Mansfield just as she could shrug off the defenders.
Really nice action there. Good patience shown by Curtin, letting the play develop, and Mansfield with a tough finish.
McDowell White looking for the jump shot herself.
That's actually a really key hit. The Kāhu are kind of making a little run here. Had it down to 16, a miss there, and you can get it down to 13 or 14. But a key hit there by McDowell White. Just you don't have to score every time down in the court, but you want to keep this buffer if you're the Phi.
Mansfield, 6 seconds. And it's just not working out for them. Those 50-50 balls not dropping.
Just forced into that late speculative jump shot, not finding the range. Hank lets it fly.
Oh, lets it fly and lets it drop. Hannah Hank with another crucial hit for the Phi.
Hannah Hank, 11 points now in the ball game. The starters are carrying that offensive load for this Phi squad. All of them in double figures now.
Morton Jones, just a really risky pass. And you've got Hannah Hank there with all her presence, and Snyder can't get the last few points to put the dagger in to end that third quarter. And so that is it. 72-51, one more quarter to go. The BNZ Northern Kāhu need to stage a massive comeback. The Phi sitting pretty ahead. We'll have the final quarter right after this.
And another whoa! Here we go. Nice back. Oh, drop down. If you catch it, I'll give you $20. Good. Fresh for $20. Oh, drop that.
Got it, run down there.
Yeah, big love to the Northern Group. Shout out to them. Hooking you up or giving you the chance to catch those t-shirts and goodies. They get you geared up with the Whai basketball regular activities.
The Kāhu currently staring down the barrel of potentially their 6th straight loss if they cannot change things and change things quickly in this last quarter. Well, the first game in round 5 of the Tauihi Basketball League, and well, win or lose, I'm having one of those if I'm on the court. It's a celebratory pizza and also a Dragosaurus pizza.
Yeah, it might not make you feel bad, but it won't make you feel worse. Love a pizza. I was a big pizza guy after games.
I think it'd be wrong if you're an American and weren't a pizza guy.
My pizza eating exploits are vast and storied.
There's a vast gap between the Whai and the Kāhu right now.
Segue.
And no amount of pizza is going to get them there.
Well, it is a little early for the pizza talk. I know the difference is 21 points, but the Whai looking in control of this one. The Kāhu cannot crack the code defensively. The Whai just fantastic on this end, holding the Kāhu to 51 points. We knew they had given up fewer points than any other team in the competition coming in, and we're seeing more evidence as to why tonight.
The energy levels too, you could just tell, are so different. It's cutting the baseline excellently with Shearer. And she finishes. She has had some game this evening.
The movement off the ball has been exquisite. They keep giving their passers angles to complete those buckets with. As Matharu, a little stick-to-itiveness. First one says no, second one says go. Gets the bucket. And Kāhu just wanted to get through things, just trying to get something going. There you see the obvious shot. That's why she can get it back. Second time around, gets the contact and gets a little emotional. Let me share, she's got the vote right now.
Oh, and totally deservingly so. But if you would like to vote for someone else, make sure you scan that QR code and have your say.
Well, she has missed some shots now. She's 8 for 10 from the field. Just Jiminy Christmas. Keeping it going. The offense does not stop.
Oh, and the defense too, Shearer as well.
Oh, that's going to be another assist opportunity here.
Cowling to Shearer. Listen to the crowd, they're right in behind them, eh? They are loving the way the Whai are playing.
They are enjoying this blowout. I'm not sure anybody north of the Bombayses though, because this is not pretty for the Northern Kāhu.
Things are not going their way. There's a little bit of trickery from Schneider. Lakanjo can't connect on the triple. Cowling comes through, slices it up.
If I'm Jody Cameron, I'm probably just getting some new players in there. The energy's too low. They just don't, they're not keeping up with the Whai. And it's not a one-player thing, it's a collective. Right now, the 5 players of the Whai just are 2-3 ticks higher than what the Kāhu are able to bring.
Mansfield to Curtin, and that's good stuff from them, but we're just not seeing it enough. We're not seeing, as you say, that penetration.
Yeah, good offense, a little bit of a gamble there, gets the defense out of position and finally opens up a driving lane. So few of those have been available today.
Cowling having a superb night from outside the perimeter.
Well dissected by McDowell White, really lets that play develop and then hits Cowling with the return pass for the triple.
Matharu can't answer accurately with a triple.
26 points, just the one game for both these teams this weekend, so don't need to fly the white flag. You can keep fighting to the bitter end, and of course every point matters when it comes to point percentage. So the Kāhu already with 5 losses, looking at number 6 in the face. If they could just get some kind of momentum going in the positive direction, can they cut this from 30 to 20 in the next 4 or 5 minutes?
Well, that's not going to help, so it will be another inbound for the fight. I like that look from Shearer, back to herself.
Yeah, the ball's still doing a nice job of moving around for the Whai as Kirisomi lets that one fly, can't find it, but another offensive rebound nearly secured there by the Whai.
Curtin has tag teamed up now, bringing the ball down court. Mansfield just looking for an option. Nothing really happening. Morton Jones has Emmy Shearer on her. Mansfield has to come back and help. She has an open look. Ball ricochets towards right now, so they'll get another opportunity. Again, just nothing really happening right now. Finally cuts through, dishes it to Morton Jones.
Great rotation defensively. Just everywhere. They are everywhere. I know Abby Curtin's the one in the fire service, but this Whai squad is putting out fires all over the court. Look at that hustle. Just from position to position. The right read being made by the Kāhu. They're making the right pass, but that defensive rotation is on point. It's timely. And look at the effort that time, leading to a 24-second shot clock violation.
And just the communication has been very good for this Whai team. You can hear them on court.
They're tied in the string on both ends. It's just a very connected squad.
Everyone knows and plays their role so well. Kirisomi takes on Tupaya, doesn't get it to drop. Morton Jones, of course, comes up with the ball. Runs with conviction down court, does Morton Jones, but Mansfield has ball in hand at present. And she's, despite the scoreline, she has been an absolute sniper in that area.
Biddy be dropping. She gets to that spot, she can just hit it all day. One of the few bright spots offensively for the Kāhu.
Dalton getting some decent minutes in this game. Hank dishes it off to Shearer. Morton Jones up in her face. Tupaya swats the ball away.
Good defensive positioning there from Tupaya. She's down low as the help on Hank. She dissuades that entry pass, but then she sees that the pass is going to go to the skip pass to the wing. She does a nice job of getting out. Can't quite get the steal, but she does deflect it out of bounds. Possession will retain to the Whai. Timeout to the Whai. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Just want to maybe run a little end of game, you know, situational preparation here. 3 seconds on the clock. Let's get a great shot here. You never know down the stretch. It might be a 1-point game where they need a 2. It might be a 3-point game where they need that. McDowell White looks like she's in second for the MVP. I think her name might be too long to fit on the mixandpick.com poll, so she's just famous. Jessica.
It's Jessica. McDowell White. Well, those two, the only ones collecting points at the moment on the Good Health poll, but there's a plethora of players collecting points on the court for the fight.
The plethora is indicative of the numbers. 5 starters, all in double figures, led by Emmy Shear, 21 points on 69% shooting. Jess McDowell White still hasn't missed a shot. That's why they call her Jessica. It's proper for those who never miss. Just 3 points off the bench. Jade Kirasome has that. But it hasn't mattered because the offensive load being carried by those starters. For the Kāhu, 3 players in double figures. And it's that kind of night for the Whai.
Well, we were just talking
having a good old time
off camera, just how happy the Whai are when they're on court and off court, and it's translating into the way that they're playing. We saw Kuka and Broughton there having a little dance party to TI, and that's the aggression that the Kāhu have been missing.
Gets to the cup, Talia Tupaya, she knows how to force her way into the paint. She's doing a nice job early in the game of distributing it to her teammates. 4 assists on the day, a couple of steals, but just not a lot of value. This defensive attention she's been being paid has limited her to just 4 shots today, a couple of makes, and she just hasn't found that space off the on ball. Hasn't really been a target of those kickouts, just not enough penetration with the pass to force the defense to bend off her.
I think other than Mansfield, no one's really found their shooting rhythm on court for the Kāhu. As a team, they're sitting on 38% from the field, 23 from 59. 5 from 24 from deep, at 20%. You need to be shooting better than that when you're going to come up against a team like the Whai.
A lot of contact down low. Anderson putting in the good fight against Hannah Hank. And the whistle goes against the Kāhu.
Dalton to Shearer. Dalton wants to try and get past to Pyatt, leaves it short. To Mansfield now. She has been very good this evening despite the scoreline. Miscommunication between her and Curtin, the hustle from Dalton getting around, but she does collect the body of Curtin.
And she's got that left arm attached to the body as she's reaching around to try and get the stop. Whistle, exactly what the Kāhu wanted there. You see that left arm, great camera work there, capturing the infraction.
Lead is 22, under 5 minutes to play. Mansfield struggling to find
That should have been a travel. You only have a pivot on the baseline. She started sliding. Great defense once again by the Whai.
This defense has been sublime from the Whai. It is the reason why they are in such good stead, as there's a heavy collision on the ground.
Well, this is the last thing the Kāhu want. Heavy minutes load for that starting 5, despite the score difference of 22 points.
Why is the Whai defense so good? Why are they the best in the league at keeping teams to lower scores?
Well, I mean, a good mix of skill sets. You know, you've got the pure bigs and Hank, LaCandra that can go up front, protect the rim, be a physical presence as we see that car crash once again. But they've also got size with speed, and Snyder, who's really switchy. Michaela Cowling on the short list of best defenders in the competition. She can guard point guards, she can guard fives, she can switch everything, really disruptive, and energy everywhere. You know, they've been very connected. Those rotations, that communication, all of it equals, you know, and when it comes down to it, defense is about effort. It's about wanting it more. You have to want to defend every second you're on the floor, and right now, you can see that the Phi want it.
Right now, for the 3 ball, no good. Excellent rebound underneath from Morton Jones. Schneider finds Dalton. And it's the starters for the Spy team, as you've mentioned a couple times. They've really done the heavy lifting as Curtin gets in a tangle with Dalton. Dalton is not going to die wondering.
She's feisty, man. She is always out there. I think some of her teammates saying the same thing. Taking a look at it. That shot by Hannah Hank goes off, but with Dalton energy, retains possession. Dalton wearing this basketball jersey a little bit like a netball top.
Yes. Well, her mother was an excellent netballer.
I don't know.
And a former Sky Sport commentator.
Taylor Dalton, she's been dropping a few hints there. I don't know. She might try and be a two-sport superstar.
Victor White to Snyder with the foul. She gets the travel call.
You got the happy feet.
I'd be happy too with that lead.
Why not? I'd be happy with this lead if I was a starter sitting on the bench. We're up 21. There's 4 minutes left. What's going on? Let me start cooling down, Coach.
I do wonder when Tane Bennett and Jodie Cameron will start bringing on some of those bench players to see out this game. We are only a third of the way through the season, though.
Well, it's not going to be soon because Tane Bennett sent it back in Michaela Cowling. He's back to a starter. Good D. Talia Tupaya puts her body on the line again. She's not shying away from the contact.
Right now, and Curtin and Tupaya up here. Vic's not really spending a lot of time down in the paint. Outside the perimeter, Curtin eventually finds her way in, and Tupaya does an angry bounce pass. She was looking for a whistle. It didn't come.
There was an angry bounce pass. She was mad at that assist she's about to get. But it does the job, gets the bucket.
McDowell White again does so well to draw in the defenders, and then a little fake from Dalton. She's managed to connect tonight. One out. Gets it to Mansfield. Not the straightforward way. Just very static on offense for this Kāhu team.
Yeah, no penetration, just not bending that defense with the pass either.
Right now couldn't get the buzzer beater shot, but they're going to get the ball back because Snyder outs that one out of bounds.
We're 5 for 28 from beyond the arc now. They're hopeful threes for the most part. Not really being created in the flow of the offense, but just a bit more desperate at the end of the clock.
They're not really earning the right to put up those shots. They're not manipulating the defense.
Not earning the right to shoot. Who are you, my high school coach?
LeCandro. Oh, I mean, Morton Jones does just enough to stop.
Hey, you know, the Kāhu, they've got heart. They're not quitting on the game. They're still getting some effort in there defensively, but you'd love to see some of that energy transferred to the offensive side.
And the energy really hasn't stopped from the Spy team. They're all celebrating every stop. And, well, right now, it's 2 offensive rebounds. Finally gets a whistle. And just look at the body language altogether from this Kāhu team.
Well, it weighs on you. You know, 5 losses. And let's not forget that they haven't won in the Rapid League yet. This is literally a team that has not tasted victory this season in any form of the game. And they've got enough talent. You know, this is a team that believes in itself. And right now, All-Star 5 a season ago. Talia Tupaya, former MVP. You know, these are players that have high expectations. of their play and of their teams. And right now, they're not meeting those expectations, and it does. It weighs on you, not just on the court, but other times as well. It just infects every single part of your being when you truly love the game. And unfortunately, we're seeing some of that in the body language out there on the court. That little push by Shear, the shove, and Mansfield's back. Tries to get through the screen, but the 2 arms extended, always an easy call to whistle.
Yeah, usually when someone hits a deck like that, something's happened.
See the push here, just a little shove in the back. What's a good screen? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've set thousands of screens like that.
Nothing subtle about that either.
Yeah, you got to keep the arms tight.
Yeah.
When you extend, you can get the push if you keep them right next to the hip. You can control the body a little bit more. But when you extend away, it just becomes a wee bit too easy to see. Got to manipulate the contact.
Ledger Walker back out onto the court. It's been so good to see her back in this team.
Cowley and Tauihi tied up again. Cowley just kind of, Tauihi using that off arm to really get involved, and Cowley is not going to take it. She is not. And I think if I'm Coach Tane Bennett, I'm just going to get Cowley out of the game right now. It's not worth it to me to get her involved in whatever this is, this tussle is. They like competing against each other. You hear Cowley talking about it, like this is what she's doing to me. Yeah, Tauihi telling the other official, look, this is what she's doing to me. But if I'm Tane, just come sit next to me. Let's just take this 20-point win. Let's just stay out of trouble.
I tend to agree with you, but when you were in Carling shoes and you were playing, I think that's the last thing you wanted to do.
It's to keep me out there.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get in trouble.
The Whai have put out another superb performance this evening. They really are asserting their dominance in this competition. What teams need to do to stop them at the moment, because they're just a juggernaut. The no-look pass to Shearer. She can't put the nail in the coffin.
The nail is already there, too.
I mean, like the final nail, because, you know, you got to nail it down. We're like 80% around the coffin
I'll
now.
tell you what, the Fire just tap-a-roo around the edge of that bad boy right now.
Morton Jones can't get the bounce pass to Curtin. Snyder just attacks that ball at pace. Lacandro.
Good footwork.
Very good footwork from Lacandro.
Nice patient play. Quite often when you give it to a big early, they can lose it. They can get a little happy feet, but that time she's steadies herself. Nice step through for the lefty. Hand finish.
Curtin for the triple attempt. And again, they've just not found much success. 5 from 28 beyond the perimeter.
The Phi are looking to finish it with a 20-point plus victory here. If they can finish with a bucket. That fouls on Morton Jones, even though she goes flying. Looked like a judo chop. Heaved over. Little throw. Take another look at it. Oh, that's Talia Tauihi into the back of Snyder. So I think she gets called for the foul, even though it's Morton Jones who's the one who goes flying.
Frustration will continue for the Northern Kāhu. It is really difficult for them this season. A real standout performance from Shearer tonight. Snyder steps back for the triple. Right now gets the ball, a few seconds left. Got to put the speculator up. It's not to be. And when we predicted that the Whai would get the win, but we didn't think it would be this emphatic with this Kāhu side, who, again, were leading for most of the game last week and then lost it within the last few minutes. And now they have been absolutely steamrolled by the Whai, 85-67. Whai well and truly in the driver's seat for this game here. Back to the drawing board for the Kāhu, and the Whai will relish in this win. They both got the weekend off, the long weekend at that as well. The Kāhu, they'll be reflecting, and for the Whai, they'll be connecting.
You're a poet, you don't even know it. Well done there, but just a clinical performance by the Whai. You know, at times the Kāhu were in this ball game, tried to work their way back in. But at the end of it, just too much talent. A really nice job to play as a collective, get everyone involved, and finish with a big win.
From here, it is going to be tough for the Kāhu. They will play the Pauakai next Sunday, so they've got a long time to think about this and to work on things and connect a bit more.
We do have a long time. It's good when you're winning, like the Whai having won their 5th straight. Not so much fun when you're losing. 6 in a row, all you can think about is getting off that schneid. All 5 starters for the Whai in double figures, just 4 points from outside that crew. The Kāhu led by Haley Reinell and Mansfield, but not enough as a collective to keep tight. Double figures rebounding for Reinell. She pulls in the double-double. Same for Snyder. A double-double for her as well. Cowling, McDowell-White in excellent support. How about the dime game? Jess McDowell-White, 6 assists on the day. Lauren Mansfield leading the way for the Kāhu with 7. Talia Tupaya, Michaela Cowling close behind. 4 blocks for the Tauranga Whai. Nice job defending the paint. A couple of blocks for the Kāhu. And then there's the turnovers. This is one of the few areas that Kāhu got really active, but it would not matter. Tupaya and Ledger Walker combining for 5, while Snyder and Hank would combine for 4 in total.
So that's the end of the first game in round 5 of Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa, but there are plenty more games to come for your long weekend. We'll give you Saturday off, but tomorrow from Kāhu Stadium in Christchurch, the Pauakai will host the Queens, and then the Queens will back it up again on Sunday at home, while in Porirua on the 26th. And then after that, next round, round 6, the Hoiho host the Pauakai, the Whai will play the Queens, and then the last game is the Pauakai playing the Kāhu. Tough outlook for the Kāhu. The Pauakai are looking pretty good too.
Hey, everything is coming up Whai right now. The Kāhu back to trying to figure out what can they do. They seemed pretty close a week ago. Seem a little bit further away after tonight's encounter.
I didn't hear any fired up in the crowd tonight.
No, they didn't get fired up, but they're getting the victories.
Well, that's it here from Tauranga. On behalf of myself, Casey Frank, and the Sky Sport crew, we thank you for joining us this evening, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for another action-packed game from Kāhu Stadium. It is the Whai who charge on 85 points to 67 over the Kāhu. Pō Mārie and Mā te wā.